to keep it funky. Do we even turn off phones? Like, is it just be?
Nah, we don't.
Facts. It's your boy Mayhem Mike. Danny Ocean isn't with us today. He decided he was going to leave us for our MLS package. The most nigga shit I've ever heard, son. Yo, Danny, you better bring back a sponsorship, my nigga. Like.
Yo, it's your boy Chris from Highbridge. We back in this bitch.
It's your boy Juice Cannon. I'm here.
Yeah. It's been a while since we had the group together. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's been doing their thing. Highbridge, when we gonna be godfathers? I'm just saying. I'm trying to.
Sage, you let me know when to shoot the club up, and I'll update that.
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding. Juice been out here entrepreneuring and shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, I just started the van business and stuff like that.
How's that going on for you, my man? You ain't gotta get into specifics. You know what I'm saying?
I got 3 paychecks. That's all I'll say.
Nah.
Got 3.
3? Damn.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Good. Like I paid for the commercial insurance for the year, and it was a lot of like learning that I had to do doing the van stuff. Like I didn't know you could get tickets for not having your business on the side of the.
Really?
Store. Yeah. And I think it's because I live in the city; they're way more strict about.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So yeah, like I was getting mad tickets. I'm like, yo, damn. And then my boy put me on and said, yo, you gotta have your business on the side. So it's interesting, you know. I gotta write around my address on my van. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like I was doing Amazon Flex, but now I work for Quality Transportation, and basically that's like better because it's like a dispatch service. So they'll basically just call you and tell you, "Oh, we got these jobs, and if you want to do it, and then they tell you how much it pays." So
also ain't no negotiation, flat rate.
Right.
Front.
Yep. So I know what I'm working for when
Son, I hate haggling with people.
Yeah.
You know what the hell you doing. Don't play with my time or my money. I'll fuck you both up.
Look, man, here's my motto, man. If, I can't come out the house if it ain't $100. Period.
Listen, I feel you, son.
I'm not coming out the house for nothing less than 100.
My rule of thumb right now, that's why I've been going. Every day I wake up and draw a breath, I gotta put something in my bank account, nigga.
Facts.
I spend money damn near every day. I need to make money damn near every day.
Yeah. We're at that age.
Are you collaborating with anybody?
Yeah, I got 2 partners. Shout out to Johnny. Shout out to VI. You know what I'm saying? So.
Also, I noticed that your streams are going up.
Oh yeah. Trisha went out the roof.
What are we talking about?
17,000.
Can you promote and let people know what are you doing right now? Thank you.
Oh yeah, definitely. Trisha's out now on all streaming platforms, going crazy. It's crazy because like it's coming from an international base too.
Okay.
Like I was looking at the numbers, it's coming from Russia, Japan, and UK. So that's crazy.
So you on the underground scene? They
over there. Yeah, they probably going wild sharing my joint. Like, yo, who's this American dude? And they probably saying, nigga, I don't know.
So that sounds like you need a tour. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah. I gotta reach out to somebody from out there, but like they're commenting on my YouTube, but it's all Russian, so I don't even know what the hell they're saying.
Use Google Translate, my G.
Yeah.
Google Translate, yeah, from Russian
just
to English.
Copy and paste, bro.
I feel like there are different forms of Russian besides Prussian. So you may be in it for a minute, but yeah, you can comment it. You can translate it and comment.
I should.
Reach out to your peoples, man. I'm serious. Get that merch.
Nah, word. If I talk to the right person,
son.
they might even just fly me out there. I don't know, like. You know.
Yeah, you probably get a fucking Russian oligarch holding his shit down, playing it.
I mean, they'll treat you right. You be.
Like.
We may have to talk off record. You know what I'm saying?
I'll show y'all the stats. I'll show y'all like how it came and all that. But I'm gonna say I told my girl today like I think I know how it came about. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke.
Yeah, rest in peace.
But like the day after he died, it started going crazy because he has a song called Gotti Boys. It was the same beat, but I had Trisha 6 months prior. So when he put his out, I was like, "Fuck, I gotta put my shit out." Yeah, because I was like, "There's no point of holding on to it now." Yeah. So when I had put it out and it was doing good, like that first month it did like 1,500. Yeah. But the day after he died, it just went all the way to like 3,000. And I think it's because people were finding him and me at the same time. And then, yeah, it just went crazy and it hit all the way to like 17. I'm like, oh.
So really quickly for Pop Smoke come from our neighborhood, Flossie, as we call it, Canarsie.
The Flossie.
I'm trying to find out his nationality real quick. Was it
Panamanian?
Panamanian. There you go.
Yeah.
So he's Panamanian. A lot of people thought he was like Haitian because a lot of Haitians in Canarsie, especially in that area in the 90s, whatever. Yeah. A lot of people thought he was Colombian and whatever. This man, I mean, he was very popular. He was very popular in the Brooklyn scene, you know what I'm saying? Just New York altogether underground. And I think the last time that we recorded right afterward, you know, he died. And that's a lot of problems with a lot of rappers who are coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't broadcast a lot of things. It sounds like a setup, but we haven't heard anything otherwise. It's a home invasion. Yeah. He was shot and killed. I don't think anybody else got hurt. I haven't heard anything about anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I thought they caught the robbers, but then it was like they wasn't. And then supposedly one of his boys was there and told. There's a lot of different things. So rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
Rest in peace.
Word.
My sister loves you. You know what I'm saying? My sister was all about Pop. Yo, first of all, the same sister, my youngest sister, like, you know what I'm saying? We thought she was going to have a very nice musical background. She like, I like that hardcore rap. She and Danny would get along.
I'm down with the ignorant shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm cool with the
soca,
I'm cool with the reggae, but at the same time, bang, bang, shoot 'em up, gang. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's dope, man. I want to say shout out to Juice right now for Black entrepreneurship because you've been talking about it for a minute. Yeah. You made it happen. You got those 3 checks, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And then Trisha's blowing up, so shout out to you, of course.
Thank you.
Where can we find Trisha?
Trisha's on all streaming platforms.
And YouTube.
YouTube, yeah. It's going crazy on YouTube.
Go on that YouTube.
Go on YouTube, check that out. And I already spoke to Billy, and she lives in California,
yeah.
The girl that's featured on the song.
Yeah.
She like, yo, I'll be in the town in May, so if you want to do a video. Because, I mean, after 17,000, I think it deserves a video, so.
Fair enough.
Video coming soon in the summer. It's going to be a lot of ass shaking. You know what I'm saying? BT Uncut, I'm coming.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this question. Are we expecting any more music?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah. I got like 2 more songs I want to put out. I'm actually gonna do a Greatest Hits album too this year.
Really?
Yeah. It's not my retirement, but it's like I gotta acknowledge it's been 10 years, so you know.
Okay.
And I think
that's the Juice Cat. You know,
Trapping in Manhattan has to be on there.
I've been riding around with that shit for him. Every time I be in Manhattan, I'm like, oh yeah. I need to ride around in this shit. Yo, put that shit on. It's my man shit. You like, oh word, this shit is fire. Yeah.
Dope.
Keep that in rotation, nigga.
I appreciate that word. I need all them streams, all of them.
Facts. I mean, like, you know, that's the new wave now. That's everybody's working on entrepreneurship. Us especially. I'm on my gym shit. My flexing shit. Ah, man, I don't know, man. Like, do you think there'll ever be a time where you just stop?
Stop doing music?
Just stop everything. Just like, I'm relaxed. I made it.
Damn, I don't know. And, you know, ambition is like a tunnel, man. It don't...
So here's the thing, right? For men, generally, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think for us it really stops. I think for us it's kind of like gym. You know, I get big, whatever. I slow down, and then I come back to it. I slowly dabble it. Or if you're fucking with a chick with fuego, you know what I'm saying? You're like, all right, cool. Too much fuego right now, but I'll be back in a month. I'll be back in a month. Don't just leave yet. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So it's just like, imagine, right? Just a couple of years, 5 years, 10 years, a year later, you got a family. Your business is good. You don't even do nothing. You can retire. Will that stop you? Like,
nah.
10 years?
I need something to conquer, bro. Really. I need something to conquer.
Yep.
Like, comfort is a killer, bro. You could be doing everything, like, understanding that you doing it for all the things that money can afford you is one thing. But if you're doing it for the sake of money, you're not ever gonna be satiated. But if you're doing it for extra time with your family and all this other shit, and then you actually have that, that's fine.
Yeah.
But after a while, you be like, all right, cool. This is getting a little boring. I need to knock some shit down. I need to be able to take over some shit.
Yeah. No, I agree, because, like, that's pretty much how I live my life most of the time. You know what I'm saying? I just did shit to do it and say I did it. Like, the whole training thing, I was skinny. After, like, the first couple of months, I remember I had that big guy come to me, and I was sitting down in that chair, and I was just like, yo, this man's belly is pushing down this belt. And I seen that in my culture. In the Haitian culture, it's very prevalent. We eat good. We eat. So I was like, yo, I need to go to the gym. So I went to the gym for maybe like 5-6 months. You know, I did the YouTube myself. I researched everything. The information's out there, people. You just got to apply yourself as with anything else. And to keep it a buck with y'all, like, yo, the best way I can say this is, like, I was like, I did this. There were guys who've been there for like years, and I was already doing what they were doing. Granted, I was a little younger, but I was still doing it. And it was just like, yo, my man, I can do all this stuff. So then I was like, I want to train people. So I started training everybody. I started training women. I started training men. Yeah. For some reason, unless men, it's like an ego thing. We fall off.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
It is.
Yeah. But women are like, nah, I'm trying to lose these 5 pounds. I lost these 5 pounds. You know what? Let me work on my butt. Let me work on my legs. You know, let me look carnival right. Let me look good for this guy that just recently left me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was just like, I think I had like 12 clients, and 9 of them got where they needed to be.
Wow.
Like,
amazing.
Dead serious. Like, one of them 4 or 5 years ago went to Barbados Carnival and made like the head, like the newsletter for like Barbados Carnival. And she showed me these pictures. I'm like, keep these pictures. I'm going to need it again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about effort. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I think about like, for me driving fast, or me doing the gym, will I ever stop? When will I ever be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good.
Nah.
Can't even put a number on it.
Like me with losing weight now, bro. I really realize that I gotta just be active. I can't just go to the gym for the fuck of it. I gotta do it for like a reason. Like I told you before, I went through the obstacle course races and shit. Yeah. But I need something I can go do every day to just keep me active. But just going, okay, I'm gonna go lift weights today. That shit ain't for me. Yeah. It ain't for me. I'm not gonna be able to do it in a gym atmosphere. I gotta like go out to the park and fuck around and run trails and do all that active shit. If I do that, then I think I could probably keep pace with it. Because working now and doing what I'm doing suits me fine. I had an uphill battle at first because the fucking aches and pains of working out and all those little muscles and shit that you ain't never used before, and getting out of bed and doing an old man every day. Like, bro. But now, like, I work 7 days a week, bro. 5 days out of those 7, I'm doing 2 jobs. The only time I ever feel any type of like real strain on my body is when I'm sitting down for too long. Yeah. Other than that, like I just showed you my damn phone, 25,000 steps, bro. I'm not sore at all.
That's dope. Yeah, 25,000.
I actually, on the way over here, I scared the shit out of like 2 people because I'm walking fast and I'm wearing dark clothes. Excuse me. They're like, oh shit, what the fuck? I'm like, my bad.
Yeah, in Brooklyn, you can't. Hold on one second. We're gonna pause for commercial.
It's your boy Juice, a.k.a. The Juice is Loose. Studio 231 is located in the beautiful and trendy Lower East Side of Manhattan with studio rates and full studio setup. If you'd like to record with me at Studio 231, you can reach me at juice-cannon.com or Twitter at juicecannon.
Last Up on the L is proudly sponsored by Dulce Amore Couture, premium couture accessory line, specializing in jewelry and watches featuring the handcrafted Amore collection. Based in New York City, but not limited to, you can meet Miss Yeezy Smith on Facebook / Dulce Amore Couture or Instagram Dulce Amore Couture, or visit the website dulceamorecouture.bigcartel.com.
And we back.
We for the first time.
Luda? All right, cool. You know me, I'm Southern with it. All right, so let's jump into some shit real quickly. Let's go into the blurred alerts. First of all, Candyman.
I'm hype.
How hype, son? Because
I'm mad hype. Because I was scared of shit as a kid to say Candyman in the mirror.
Facts.
And I didn't see the movie until a little later on in life. I was like, oh, this is why everybody was saying, don't say that shit. Don't say, damn, he out here hooking niggas in the peas?
Yes, in the peas.
In the peas.
In the peas.
Freddie had Elm Street. This nigga was in the peas terrorizing niggas. Don't fuck up around Candyman.
Jason had Crystal Lake. You know what I'm saying? Michael Myers, wherever Jamie Lee Curtis was at. Let's be real. Yo, let me tell you about Candyman, right? Forget, we're going to talk about the old one. My pop scared the shit out of me with that, right? What happened was, remember Blockbuster Video? First of all, rental videos, remember that? Rental videos. Oh, please, Be Kind, Rewind. So, my pops was like, he was cool with the video owner around the corner from Union Street over in Brooklyn. And the man was like, yo, this is really good, check it out. He got the first one and the second one. I think that movie's like 2.5 hours or something like that. Because there's a lot of exposition and whatnot. Maybe like 2 hours, let's say. We watched the first one and the second one back to back.
Nah, he made you binge watch that shit, bro.
Before binge watching was cool. So, let's say we started at 3. It's like 5. It's like actually 7 o'clock. And the sun is going down.
Yeah.
And my pops was like, I'm going to get the third one. You know what I'm saying? You can stay here by yourself. I'm like, nah. Even though I have to say the name, nah. So we went, got the third one, and I watched it. I watched the whole complete series. And to this day, like, I know it's not real, But the black in me is like, don't take that chance. You would be that nigga. Like, and then, yo, y'all trash. I came out with Virgin Mary one, the Virgin Mary one. Oh, wow. So then supposedly you say Virgin Mary in the mirror.
Oh, no, Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary. There you go. Not Virgin Mary. Excuse me. Bloody Mary. Son, see? I even said it wrong purposely, okay? I'm not fucking with that shit.
Ain't no mirrors around. Fuck that bitch.
Yeah, right?
Oh, so, like, Jordan Peele's been on his shit. I think he should be crowned king of, like, horror films. Because even how this looks like, because I'm looking at this trailer, the guy who looks like he's looking for Candyman to kind of, like, talk about the legend and whatnot, he looks like a descendant of Candyman. He could be that kid that the girl had before. You know what I'm saying? You ain't think about that, right?
Nah.
Could be the kid, and then it look like he's gonna take over, which is, you know, I want to know that exposition because it looked like he turns into Candyman.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It looked like he was gonna transform into Candyman, bro.
Yeah, remember the kid? And it's like
you just fucked me up,
right?
Now I gotta go back and watch that shit. Now.
Right, and it's just like because I remember that movie. I remember that vividly.
Your father burned that shit into your mind,
bro. I was young and impressionable,
and traumatized.
Traumatized for sure.
That was the only scary film in my life that scared me, besides Devil. Because Devil made you think about things that you did that wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? But, like, this was like, yo, on some real, I'm, like, legit scared. After, he said, like, I think 2-3 weeks, I was, like, waking up and jumping in his bed, like, Daddy! Like, you know, I was scared. But after that, this looks dope. This movie looks dope. I can't find fault in that.
Candyman's the only one that ever scared me past it.
Okay, fair enough. A lot of people.
Nah, but it fucked me up just because, like, I saw it, like, I snuck when I wasn't supposed to watch it. I was impressionable, like 8 years old, and I snuck and watched that shit. I was like, oh, that was a scary movie. I fucked myself up, gave myself a couple of nightmares. But then after that, I saw what's the dude that was the serial killer that was snatching little boys up?
The Zodiac Killer? No,
no.
He didn't snatch boys up. Which one?
There was a dude that dressed up as a clown that was snatching little boys up and burying them under his house, bro.
Nah, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, son, that was a real life dude. Like I saw it, and then I saw that shit. Right. I was like, hold up, so never trust clowns. Yeah. To this day, I got a reflex, nigga. Like I'll punch you in your face.
Stay far away.
This is not on the This is not on the thing, but I want to talk about Antebellum with Janelle Monáe. It's produced by one of the producers of Get Out and Us, Sam McKittrick, I believe his name is. Did you guys by any chance see that trailer?
Which one was Antebellum?
Antebellum was Janelle Monáe, where she's like an author. She finds herself trapped in like a nightmare.
Oh yes, I saw that shit.
So shout out to Janelle because this is like her second movie within the last 2 years that I've seen it. Because she did was it Rosa Parks one? I can't remember the name. Wow, but I heard it was trash.
Are you talking about the one with the NASA scientist?
No, that was another one. So that's 3. The other one after that, where she was helping, not Rosa Parks. Wow, I can't remember.
Go ahead, I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, no, I can't remember the name because I'm trying to remember the name. Harriet Tubman.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm trying to remember if that was the actual name, and she was featured in it, and I don't know what she did, but she was kind of like bringing awareness of how black people felt about white people, all this other stuff. But I heard the movie was Harriet, right? Mm-hmm. So then that was one that she was recently featured in, and now she's in Antebellum. And this one kind of looks dope. I want to see a little bit more, honestly, because it's a little confusing. I don't mind it being confusing as long as it's good, because real talk, the other one was confusing that we saw. Man, I'm really drawing blanks. Watchmen for HBO.
Oh, yeah.
And to be fair, like, I felt like they downplayed that. And that shit was awesome. Did you watch Watchmen?
I saw the movie Watchmen, yeah.
No, you gotta watch the series,
bro.
bro.
The series, I didn't.
I understand that it had to end, but I'm mad that it ended.
I told you.
So mad.
I told you.
I was like,
Juice.
Black woman is God, nigga. Like, we understand this now.
Juice. Oh.
Like, you gotta deal with that now.
I remember y'all spoke about it a little bit, like the last show I came to. Y'all was saying like it was based on the Tulsa. I believe.
Yeah,
the Tulsa riots. Yes,
Tulsa riots,
yeah. That shit, game changer.
So, Jeremy Irons, that man can act. That man can act. I'm sorry. He can act. Like, he's not even I mean, he's a focus, but he's not really the focus like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, I gotta give you my password. You gotta watch it because like there's no way I can engage you in this without spoiling it.
Spoiling it.
Yeah,
nah, I got HBO. I'm gonna see it tonight. I actually started the Candyman movie. I never saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. So I was starting it this morning. I'm not far. I'm like in the place where the reporter's telling the black lady is telling the reporter lady who Candyman is. And
Bro, the deaths on that is gruesome because I play a game called Dead by Daylight, right? Mm-hmm. And one of the things the killers do when they catch you, they hit you twice in the ground, they put you on a hook. This man is shoving a whole hook like a crowbar in you and then just gutting you.
Yikes!
I'm gonna let you find out.
yeah, I'm gonna finish it tonight.
Yo, did y'all see that movie that's supposed to be coming out on Netflix with the dude that played M'Baku? And this dude, what is it, Mark Wahlberg?
No. What is that? What's the name of that movie?
I don't even know, bro. I saw the trailer of it. I'm trying to look it up on Netflix now because I just added it into my queue. It's supposed to be coming out March, I think. But it's like a buddy cop thing.
Okay.
I was like, oh, okay. Big black guy, you just gonna you gonna come in and do a fucking buddy cop shit?
Is it Spencer Confidential?
Yes. That's what it is.
Okay. I'm looking at it. It looks interesting.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to them. Mm-hmm. Okay.
It looks like it's got a good story to it. Plus, ladies are gonna go crazy because of M'Baku.
Of course. I mean, but
right.
I was like, all right, let's see if you could do more than just stand there real statuesque. Because he did well in Us.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, he did very well.
So I was like, okay, this is showing your range. It's Netflix, so it's not too much.
But I felt like as a character, he was believable as that weird dad. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. But now to see him in a potential action role, like outside of just...
It's a buddy cop thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not...
but it looked like it had some action scenes in it, though, bro. So we'll see how nimble this motherfucker is. Because ain't too many dudes that can replicate that body size, so he might have had to do his own stunts.
Facts.
Yeah, word. That's
fine. I'm thinking you're going to get more money for it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Chadwick Boseman in 21 Bridges... I want to see that.
Yeah, I still have to see that, bro. I heard that was like somebody kind of spoiled it for me the other day. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna spoil it for y'all, but I was like, really? You gonna say this shit right now? You didn't even ask to see if I fucking saw the movie or whatever, but they were like, he really did a crazy good job in that movie, and the plot was crazy.
Really?
Yep. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Like, this goddamn it, Sage. We need to catch up and do fucking Netflix and chill. Fuck, I got mad shit I want to see now, and I can't do nothing.
I also want to see Tenet, I believe is how it said. Tenet with Christopher Nolan. And you got, I'm looking at it right now, John David Washington. Where, like, it seems like time is moving back. It's the guy who's, like, first of all, the way it starts is, like, a lot of us like to think that we would run into the building, the burning building. And it's only until we get there that we realize whether or not we would do it. And then you see, like, the guy, like... He was supposed to give his friends up or whatever, but he bit like the suicidal bullet or whatever, and then he died. And he's like, "You passed the test." And then it's like, it's T-E-N-E-T. That's the name of the movie. And it's just like, I don't know what it's about, but it seems like some supernatural shit, like some supernatural spy shit. And I don't know, man. It's John David Washington, like he got it. I want to see that. Christopher Nolan, check it out. That shit look dope. Ocean was talking about it before. I'm just happy to see us win.
That's a whole fact.
Main characters win.
But you know what the crazy shit about it is, though? Mm-hmm. I feel like Hollywood realized that we're a big buck commodity. Mm-hmm. And now it's just...
We've only been saying it for so long.
I know. Mm-hmm. But then the problem with that is the visualization of it is one thing. We can be more broad in the spectrum of things we can do, right. ways you can perceive us, big screen, whatever. Mm-hmm. But now, is it just you're doing it for the money? Or, like Rihanna said, will you pull up when shit get thick?
Facts.
Because we big box office. We always known this. We've been telling you this since fucking Satchel Paige and shit. We could draw crowds. We could make all this fucking money. We've been doing shit fucking Oscar worthy for generations now. Nobody's paid attention to it. But now that we give a fuck,
right?
You realize that we're going to spend the money on it now. So now you want to capitalize. And that money ain't really always seeping back down toward us. Mm-hmm. You're just keeping that shit for yourself. But you realize, okay, as long as we let them think that they can see more of themselves, they can do more things, they'll spend the money now. So do you really give a fuck? Or is it just a good investment now.
I think it's just a good investment, but whatever.
Monetary gain, yeah.
I mean, shout out to Issa Rae. I'm looking at her catalog right now, from a web series to an HBO series, which is on season 4, to now 3 movies at least. Yeah. Little, The Photograph, and then Lovebirds. And Lovebirds look dope. The Photograph I heard was dope as well.
I saw the Photograph.
I heard the Photograph was dope. It was good?
It was good.
Is it a rom-com?
What do you mean rom-com?
Romantic comedy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's some comedy parts in there. Yeah.
But it's mostly romantic?
Mostly romantic, yeah.
Does it have, like, hidden messages for, like, couples nowadays?
Yeah. Basically, like, she basically learned from her mom's mistake, and her mom's mistake was that she didn't chase it. So now I'm gonna say enough, but not give it away. So she basically met her pops, and basically she learned her mom through her pops.
Wow. So
then, ironically enough, she got in the same situation they got into, and then she just learned from that. So there's a lot of ups and downs, and
that sounds realistic. Sounds real. You know, not too long ago we were talking about generational hate, Watchmen. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like a lot of us think we supposed to know. Like, you don't know how relationships go, man.
That's a whole fact.
You know what I'm saying? You just need to learn your love language and adapt. You know, some people are like, spend money on me, spend time with me. You know what I'm saying? Learn your love language and adapt and be compromising.
So do you believe there's only like 5 love languages?
I believe that's the base of it. Right. Everything else is different. I just had this conversation not too long ago. Like, previously, when our parents were talking, it was you see the girl, guys, you see the girl, you chase the girl, you get the girl, you date the girl, you marry the girl, right? That was pretty much it. But, you know, since we found out there's things like sexual assault, rape, molestation, stalking, there's so many different things going on. So now it's like you see the girl, you talk to the girl, get the girl's phone number, make sure y'all ain't creeps, whatever. Then you go on a couple of dates. And I'll say this now. Dating a woman is dating a bill. Don't get me wrong, it's love, it's investment, but it's a bill for us, which is why a lot of men are sometimes cheap to come out of the pocket because we don't know whatever. And I understand why women don't.
Groupon dates, guys. I don't give a fuck how you feel about it. Groupon dates.
And it's funny because it's like you shouldn't be dating me for my physical features. You shouldn't be dating me for my physical wallet. Like, come on, son.
Where's the balance?
My financial capability has nothing to do with the stock
at the moment. So it's just like things have changed. You got to talk to somebody, go on dates, then date them. You know what I'm saying? And it makes sense. You got to get to know the person. For people that say, "Oh, I don't care about the looks and personality," are y'all blind? Or y'all just like taking risks? Because even the whole no sex until marriage, for people that did it. Are you regretting your decision now? Like, you missed out on a whole bunch of things. It's not even to be open. It's just to experience things and to know better. There are women and men who don't know how to be satisfied, not just sexually, just in life, because they followed a cultural rule or like a society rule where it's like, nah, you got to be like this. Word, son.
Or do you think that works in the opposite way as well?
What do you mean?
Because people that was like, fuck it, the cultural rule is you have sex before marriage. You get all your ducks in a row. You experience whatever you got to experience. Now that you're in the marriage, that person don't do what that other person used to do. So now you're spoiled.
I got you.
And you can't get what you want really because that person doesn't have that length, that girth, that type of dexterity. They're not into you physically like that, and all that other shit. So
I'm gonna say this, like, real talk. It's up to you, and hopefully you have other male mentors who can be your best friends, your family members, your actual father, whatever, to kind of tell you like. That's dope and all to have that, but how did you treat that woman?
Yeah.
Was that somebody you were long-term trying to be with or just for a short-term thing? Because my boy used to tell me all the time, if you have a wife or somebody you want to keep around, you got to learn her, just like how she's going to learn you. That's what happens, right?
Right.
So if she don't do that thing that you like, you can teach her. And my thing was like, why? There are already models out here that do that. And he was like, you'll see. And my boy spit knowledge. I mean, and he's right. Like, the girls that I met that, let's just say, did that one thing I wanted, I didn't keep them. They're not here. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the girls who didn't, and not to say I'm all about sexual connectivity, but, you know, it's the person, it's just like I was more involved and invested in somebody who was like, I can have a conversation with, randomly do things with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get into arguments with it. It is what it is. Versus like the girl, I'm like, you're not even here. Like, just do this thing and let's go.
Like, you know why you're here. Show up, perform, and leave.
Let me tell you of a moment like that. So, you know when you're dating a girl, back before, you know, before y'all, before you got engaged and you know what you're doing. So when you were dating a girl and you were kind of like deciding what side of the fence to put her on, right? In the meantime, y'all was just fucking. I remember this one girl I was dealing with, African girl. Oh God. I got head in an Uber. You know what I'm saying? Like in a whole Uber. And me and her, we was just back and forth, like trying to be aggressive in that relationship and just like, this is what you missing. And she'd be like, no, this is what you missing. So one day, I forget, maybe I hit her up and she was down for like, come through, right? Came, picked her up. She wasn't too far from my neck of the woods. Like, all right, cool. She gonna spend the night. It's all right, I'm about to get it in. Found parking, whatever. And before I got out the car, she looked at me. She's like, you're gonna have to come over and open this door for me. And I was like, no, that's not happening. Hold on. For anybody that knows me, if anybody that's dating me, I don't open doors. I don't open car doors. Doors, you know, I open it. This gentleman thing, I don't mind, you know what I'm saying? But car doors, that's not something I do. That's my standpoint. Like, you know how women say, niggas ain't shit, Scorpios ain't shit, blah, 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 blah. That's my standpoint, but the male version. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. She's like, okay, we'll see. I knew I wanted some, but my pride was bigger than my penis. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was I walked out, and right in front of the house was like this little chair, like this little bench that they had, and I waited. I was like, I ain't open that door, mama. We've had this talk numerous times. I've known you for a minute. So you know what happened, right?
Y'all was doing a face fight match? Like y'all was just staring?
What do you think happened?
She got in the car and left.
No.
I got her, so, but along those lines, she was like, take me home.
Yeah.
So, but you got it. If you're going down that hill, stand proudly on that hill. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like I'm degrading or denouncing her in any sort of way. It's just something I don't do. It's like butt sex, nigga. If you don't take it in the butt, I can't put it in the butt. You know what I'm saying? I might make a mistake, slip. You know.
You know what's crazy now too? Like, I told Sage, I was like, you know, I haven't been with you as much as I would like to. When I get down there, I'm stepping up to do even more than what the hell I was doing before. Now the door shit.
Yeah.
I didn't really open the car door. She's independent. She don't give a fuck about that.
You fought for this.
She's old school to a certain degree.
Right.
Now I'm like, yo, from this point forward, you not touching no more doors.
Fair enough.
Like I'm not playing with you about that. And like we still have a little fight back and forth with her walking on the inside of the street. I'm like, you have to consciously make an effort to do that shit now, because I'm not gonna walk around you no more. Now you have to walk around me.
Oh, you know what I would do? I would take my palm, take it to the side of the head, move. It's funny at first, but then they get it. They get it.
Yeah. So we'll be fighting. Yeah. She ain't gonna do that.
To go back to that story real quick, so you know, like I said, we're aggressive. So you know she had to leave me on a note. So what did she do when she got out of the car to go to her house? She left the car door open.
Oh,
Patty.
However, you know I'm a driver, so all I did was swing that corner and close by itself. And
Well played, sir.
Come on, son.
Well played.
Come on, son.
You should have stopped. That it's like skidded. Stop. Let the car door close and just roll the window down and looked at her.
Oh, she knew. She saw it. It's by the corner where she lived at.
Thug life, nigga.
Son.
Like the little shades float down out of nowhere.
Listen, there's certain things I think. You know when they say the man will be a man in certain things and he'll cheat? I don't think that's the case. A man will be a man and he'll stand on his principles, right? I think one of the reasons why women don't get what they want is because they don't recognize what the man sees in them. And generally, we let you know. We may not necessarily let you know verbally, but the way our actions don't, you know what I'm saying? But you over here thinking we can change you. And vice versa for men. Niggas be out here trying to save hoes. Nah, B. Or just women who's not interested. Forget hoes. There are women who are not interested in you, will tell you, and you just like, but let me take you out to dinner. Let me help you. Let me change your mind.
Yeah.
I think, and I want to say this real clear. You can influence a woman's mind, but you can't change it. She knows when she meets you what she's going to be or do with you. You understand? And maybe things may change. Maybe she judged you harshly, whatever. But generally, most of the time, they stick into it. So you thinking, oh, my nigga, I got her to give it a trust. No. She knew she was going to give it to you. She just didn't think maybe not as soon.
Yeah.
And that's a young man thing. It takes experience, your mentor to be like, nah.
I put my own foot in my mouth one time. I jumped the gun big time. I fucked my whole shit up. Fucked my whole shit up. And I realized, like, oh, I'm looking like a sucker out here. I was like, I just want to let you know I woke up. So this won't be happening no more. I can't fuck with you like that because you trying to take advantage of me. And I'll kill you. So
Straight like that.
What?
Straight like that.
What? Nah, I'm not trying to. Don't play me before I fuck your friend.
Right.
You're not trying to give it to me. I know how she be looking at me. I'll ruin your friendship. Don't play with me. She's like, what? She don't be that.
All right. Now that friend shit is true,
bruh.
I've gotten I've
been passed around like a blunt through friends. I ain't nobody trying to jack that shit. Fuck out of here. This is before I was a changed man, and I'm committed now.
Facts. Black man don't cheat.
Right. we don't.
Yo, side note, bro. I've been following like a whole lot of shit with like males in relationships and shit.
Yeah.
Who the hell was it? I think it might have been Chico Bean.
Okay.
And I was watching one of the 85 South Show clips, and he said, "Passing it or cherish your dick like you cherish your social security number."
Facts.
Because if the wrong nigga get a hold of it, it'll fuck you up for the rest of your life.
Yep.
Very true.
Facts.
I was like, that's some game for your ass.
Facts. Nah, man, you gotta.
You don't just get that shit to nobody.
Facts.
Nah, man, STDs is real.
Yo, that alone, bro.
Just,
that alone.
And then niggas talk.
Yeah,
Both sides.
Yeah, they talk.
Yeah.
Both sides. Listen, my boy was taking down this girl. I wanted her. He knew I wanted her, but she liked him. That's my boy. It's pussy. It's not coming in between us.
Right.
So then I guess they were having an off. They were having an off season. They were having an off season. And her roster was suddenly available. She started hitting me up on the messenger book. And I was like, yo, come get your girl. Because even though she was like, she was giving me the play, I was like, nah, I'm good, son. That's my boy. Even if he don't want to deal with it, he's been there. He's got rights. And my boy was, was like, I have nothing. But when we had to talk, he was like, yeah, good looks. I'm like, yeah, come on, man. It's me. But niggas talk. Niggas come through on some shit and some savage shit and ruin everything you got. I don't know, man. Before we move on, I just wanted to say one thing I wanted y'all perspective on is, how do y'all feel about your ladies and their hair? Like, if your lady did something to her hair, let's say she cut her hair, she went bald, or she cut it short. I think we're all used to the wig and weave thing. Like, how would you feel about that, real quick?
If it's my main lady, then it doesn't really change how I feel. Like, if she just came in with a Caesar haircut or like bald, I gotta get used to it. But
I'm waiting for you to come back, Hybrid.
I don't feel like I have anything like. Because if I do something like that, you just gotta stick with it. So I would give her the same respect. Like,
believe it or not, a lot of women deal with the whole like man like kind of like freaking out because they did something with their hair, and I want to justify and be like, yeah, you should kind of tell them beforehand, but it's your body. Yeah. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not something that was gonna embarrass us publicly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, hey, I'm thinking about doing something, so that way I can tell you like, that shit gonna look ugly or not. You know what I'm saying? But it's still your body. But I can't do that. That's your body.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I just texted this to Sage the other day. I was just looking through pictures of shit, like of our relationship and like little selfies I got of her, whatever. And I'm like, damn, I feel like I cheated on you with you several times. She's like, what the fuck you mean? I was like, you done had so many looks.
Yeah. And
you switch that shit up so often. Like, she gets buzzer crazy after a while. Like, clipper crazy. She's like, you know what? I'm going to cut all my hair off. So I'm like, oh, really? That's what we going to do? All right, fuck it. Let's see what you do with it this time. Like, it's never the same shit. But having expectations for somebody else's body is fucked up mentally. Yeah. But when a nigga gets stuck on a look and you used to that shit and then just sticker shock happens, like, it's different if you adding on to your hair, like with the extensions and shit. She still got her underneath there. If she cuts all her hair off, that shit takes a second.
Yeah,
like, damn.
It would take a second, yeah. I'm not going to say, like, I'm going to be okay with it, but I'm going to just get used to it. That's what it is. You just get used to it again.
Okay. Yeah. I asked that because, like, that question came up, and I was talking to this girl years ago, and she was like, I think I'm going to cut my hair. I was like, go ahead and do it. I think it'll work for you, right? And it did. Like, you ever meet a woman that just level up on her haircut, just like on her hair lifestyle, like just boom, it's like whatever. She had long hair, she was tired of like braiding it for the gym and whatnot. She's like, I'm just gonna cut it anyway, right? She cut it, and I remember I came around the corner because she beat me to my house at the time,
Yeah.
And she was in the corner. Shorty broke down crying. Because, you know, when you cut hair...
That's
like,
an emotional attachment.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like, I think about it
For
now. Like,
woman,
I got these locks for, like, what, 5-6 years now? If I cut these, I don't know how I'm going to feel, man. I might have to hit the gym and hit somebody afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All facts.
you know, but it's just like... I'm like, you look beautiful. And she's like, I just had that hair for such a long time. So, like, if Shorty cut the hair, which I've had Shorties cut their hair, and I'm just like, stop cutting your hair. It's not that I want you to stop cutting your hair. It's you want your hair to be a certain way, stop cutting your hair. Let it grow. Right. The reason why men have, like, long eyelashes and good hair is because we don't work with it so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, let it grow. But I got to respect it's your body. You say you know what you're going to do? All right, cool. I hope it works out for you. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
And I hope that I feel the same way that you feel about it. 'Cause my dad don't fuck with my mom's what she call hair. He be mad as fuck. Like, if my mother puts a wig on, he be tight.
Fair.
Tight. And I'm like, yo, Pops, she's a grown-ass woman. She's like, I be trying to tell your father that shit. It's my goddamn hair. I do what the hell I want with it. Like, yeah. You talk that shit if you want to, you better come over with your goddamn hair. That's all I'm saying. I'm like, yo, man, you fucked up. I don't know what to tell you, Dad. You a chauvinist, low-key.
I just hated weave because, like, not everybody had the good weave. And
Yeah, that shit was itchy.
It sheds too.
And on your body.
It sheds.
Yo, son, you know how many times I took a shower and then, oh, my nutsack? Really, my nigga? Like, come on, these strands.
Where was she at, though? Listen, bro. Listen. Strange things.
I'm appreciative of the effort. It's the ramifications of the hair afterwards I don't really like, especially when you're not around for me to kind of take it out on you. Anyway, so we're going to move on with this blurred update. We got The Hunt coming out. Which looks pretty dope. I mean, it's another, like, hey, these people randomly chosen, hunt them down for sport. You know, kind of reminds me of the Dangerous Game Ever. That's an old movie. I don't know if you guys remember that. Just chasing. That's like chasing humans. And I like the movie because it was like, who would think to put people and hunt them alive? It was like white people, and it's like, yeah,
right. Ding, ding.
All day.
Of course, they would think of
Hunger Games
sick like that.
Lots of whites, maybe 1 or 2 blacks. I can't remember if there was Hispanic people. I didn't care for it. So anyway, we got the way back with Ben Affleck. Once again, like I told you guys, like I'm used to us black people making basketball upcoming movies, like that inspirational basketball. Samuel L. Jackson. Come on, son. Like we've been there, but I don't know. Something about that trailer was like, I believe Ben Affleck grew up on the wrong side of the tracks. I believe this nigga got an anger problem in real life.
Came up on the bad side of Boston.
Yeah, Boston.
Right?
Couldn't figure out how to park.
Yeah, you know, it looks dope. And you know what? Not for nothing, sports is our life. Yeah. Real talk. Like, I'm not into sports like that, but I play sports, obviously. And I'm competitive. You know what I'm saying? I'm competitive. Driving, I'm competitive. Playing video games, I'm playing whatever. If I can't beat you, I'm going to put up an effort. But you got to understand that sometimes you're playing for more than just to play. There's some deeply rooted issues.
Right.
This movie looks like it.
Is it about, like, street ball or, like...
So I didn't see any street ball at the moment. Ben Affleck's character looks like he used to ball. He stopped balling because he was trying to win his dad's affection. And when he realized his dad supposedly liked him balling more than him as a son, he stopped. Realistic.
Yeah,
Who wouldn't do that,
course,
right? He just stopped balling. Then the pastor came to him, or the preacher, whatever, came to him, was like, we need you to coach the team. You were good. We haven't been to the championship since you left. And he asked if the team was good. He's like, nah. The guy was like, nah. And then he watches the team, and he's like, they got spirit. They got heart. And then it's just like growing with the team, but also kind of coming over his hurt, his emotional hurt from his dad. And my brothers, we've all kind of been through some shit like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a little bit more relatable. And also with basketball, I mean, come on, son. Teaching kids,
right?
That's a metaphor for like, yo, teach your sons to let go of that generational hate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We talk about this all the time on and off. You know, like we got to kind of be like mentors to young bloods that will listen to us. You know what I'm saying? Because that general hate shit, that ignorant shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it goes a long way. And we thinking, nah, he's good until you find out he's in a car accident. His car shot up, blah, 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 all this dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the movie looks dope. It looks usual. Like, I would say unusual if they lose at the end of the championship. I don't know if they do. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, Friday Night Lights, you know?
But the lesson at the end was worth the
right. The whole lesson through it.
It's not the destination, it's the journey.
Right. Speaking of journey, can we talk about your homegirl, Nicki Minaj, bringing her man to the Trinidad Carnival?
Yeah.
And this nigga just trying to stall off on a legend.
He said one of these. Yo, move over.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So Nicki
Pon the road? He trying to wild out Pon the road?
Let me say this. West Indian culture is like so. If you meet a woman who's heavily into the dancehall soca thing, you have to understand there's a possibility that she's going to party. She's going to dance with other niggas. She might not, depending if she like you enough. You have to accept that.
Wait a minute. While he's there, no, don't disrespect me.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I got you. The disclaimer is I'll dance with somebody. You could dance with somebody else, but you can't do more than one song. There's generally 2-song limit, and you can't go in. So, all that picking her up, blah, blah, blah. Nah. All that real deep line, nah. That's generally the unwritten rule.
Okay.
Trust me, I've been in this scene, and I don't think it's changed unless they niggas bringing out knives. You know what I'm saying? So here you are. You at Trinidad Carnival. Trinidad Carnival, especially this year, is wild because the association for these niggas is like no more thongs. I'm sorry. Are you trying to tell women how to dress at a carnival that they support and make the money for, which otherwise wouldn't be as big? Don't get me wrong. Culture is culture. Love is love. Really? You trying to tell me how to dress? So they saying bring back panties. Bring back regular panties. So this year there's like, I mean, we're going to do this.
G-strings.
For sure. And don't get me wrong. There are people who aren't West Indian. Like, this is one girl, even if I knew her name, I was going to give her a shout out, who, like, literally looks like she vajazzles all of her vagina area. Like, just the fupa and everything. And don't look like she's wearing anything. And she, like, body paints everything. So it's just like she's just bare naked. You know what I'm saying? She doing it for the likes. She doing it for the, she doing it for the gram.
Mm-hmm.
But other people are actually invested in the culture. And if there's that time to wild out, let them wild out, right? So Nicki Minaj out here brought her husband, respectably, to the carnival because she got to represent her country, all this other stuff. People were just trying to be nice. I don't think anybody was really trying to dance with Nicki because that seems like a lot. You feel me?
It's like trying to dance with Rihanna.
Right.
Yeah.
And on top of that, she's already on, I say stage, but she's really on a truck. You know what I'm saying? She's on the truck already, the main truck where everybody's like. So, like, people are just, like, trying to be, like, being nice and, like, if I'm dancing with you, I'm dancing at a distance kind of deal. And the husband's like, nah, back away, nigga. He on some, like, Brooklyn, New York, like, nah, you too close to my girl. We had a carnival, dude. Like, this is different. And then, like, she even tried to come at some people in a post, and she was like, oh, my bad, I'm sorry, because, like, he doesn't know, how it goes over here. Why you ain't tell him? Fresh out nigga ain't nothing to go back. Why you ain't tell him?
That's why, nigga. Fresh out nigga ain't nothing to go back.
So then don't bring him.
Nah. That's her husband. She ain't got no choice.
So then you got to tell him. Because you in a different country.
Listen, bro. Listen. That nigga fresh out.
You right.
Ain't none of that. It's the first, like, this is $1 million pussy we talking about, right?
Multi-million.
Excuse me. Multi-million.
You right. Say what it is.
Yeah.
With a ring on it. He's potentially trying to secure the bag so that he can have a child with this woman. Now, whether he loves her for real or not, I'm not sure on because I don't really pay attention to all that shit anyway.
Right.
I'm not a big Nicki Minaj fan to start with. But this dude got a whole subculture with that jail shit.
Yeah.
If he got a woman that he's serious about, that in itself takes time to develop. Yeah. For him to be normal with that shit. Because that's like a nigga trying to steal your cornbread, nigga. You know how niggas in jail eat their food, nigga. They hover over that shit. Yeah. He hovering over his wife, bro. And at Carnival, everybody trying to touch your food.
I feel you, but
didn't you say he threw an elbow?
Yeah.
Nigga throw an elbow over his plate real quick in jail, nigga, so don't fuck up his meal at home.
I feel you,
nigga.
That's habit. Yeah. But, like, he ain't going nowhere. He just fought for her with
He's not a regular nigga, bro.
You right.
It was a verbal fight, but this one was like he really threw the elbow this time.
He kind of, he was like.
You got too close.
Yeah.
Listen.
And that's a legend. You feel me? That's a legend back there. They'll curse him out, but they love him. You know what I'm saying? That legend.
Who was the legend?
I don't remember his name, but
I'll tell you.
I don't remember his name.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, you know the order of operation around his wife from now on.
Yeah,
Carnival or no carnival, nigga.
How would you feel, Chris? Like if you were in that position, and, you all at the carnival and somebody's trying to dance with.
Well, one thing is, I'm different. I don't dance. That's not really my thing. I don't give a fuck how good the song is. I'm not really a mover and a shaker like that. Right. I do a little two-step, but I gotta be drunk. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna get much dancing out of me. I understand Sage is an avid dancer. She loves to dance. She used to go to gay clubs just to dance. Mm-hmm. So, if somebody want to dance with her, and she's okay with it, go ahead, have a good time. I don't give a fuck.
The legend's name is Iowa George. But go ahead.
Why is he a legend, by the way?
Yes, it's
Like,
just so many songs. Yeah,
In that scene, he's that guy?
yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's
Okay.
He's not Jay-Z. Damn, I'm really trying to think of a real legend here. All right, so like I'm gonna say he's like Big Al.
Copy.
You know what I'm saying? People know him and they know what he's about. Except he ain't dying, so he's like Big Al. If he was
in the subculture, he's that guy.
Yeah, I mean there are obviously other people, but because he's so old, he's before our time technically.
Oh, so he's an OG.
He's an OG.
Older dude, yeah.
Copy. Okay.
But he wasn't even trying to dance with it. He was just like friendly, and cornbread nigga.
Right.
Hey, listen, bro. Some niggas ain't built for that shit. Now she knows how to move with her husband. That's part of the journey too, bro. You got to know when and where to insert yourself into situations when you attached with the ring. Now
I feel like Nicki wasn't. I feel like she just. I'm be real. I feel like everything now with Nicki is more of a publicity stunt, and I feel like she just wasn't worried about it. She was like, whatever. I'm gonna tell him, but he didn't care. I don't care because she still got fans.
I was gonna say, my bad.
Yeah.
Anytime you defend a woman, I think that anything you did, it overrides it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they see it as you defending them. So whatever you did do, it's like.
Like this bird was traveling too close, so I shot it.
Nah, for real.
You were defending your woman, you good, son.
Yeah. Like they'll look at it like
I need that 5 feet rule, nigga.
Right? Fuck that bird. Wow.
Yo, this dog got too close, so I pulled out the rocket launcher. Really, the rocket launcher?
Hey, listen.
I guess it's all right.
Ain't nothing left after that. Got some with a good spread, nigga. Yeah. You had a problem over here, bow. Ain't no problems over here no more. Nigga.
I mean, you're right. When you find a woman, you're really about. You kind of overreact.
How long have they been married?
I don't know. I don't care.
But
it's less than a year, right?
Yeah,
less than a year.
Yeah, so that's still fresh. She still got to learn the process.
But then, weren't they talking while he was in jail?
Nah. He met her at a video shoot.
Okay.
It was the one she was doing for Rocky 2. No, not Rocky. Creed 2.
Creed 2.
Yeah. So I guess he met her on
Rocky.
That video set.
Yeah.
And then that's how they kind of rekindled. But they were childhood friends.
Oh.
Yeah, they were childhood friends, and then he went to jail for that long ass time.
I will say this: Nicki Minaj been saying she about that life in a sense. I can't front her recent lifestyle choices. Kind of seem like it with who she's getting married with. Like, she dabbled in at least.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, for what he went for jail for is like, nah.
Okay.
I don't know what he went to jail for, but you institutionalized, nigga. I heard he was sitting down for a little bit, son.
Yeah, more than a decade.
Yeah, so he institutionalized.
Was it murder and assault?
That, and then they said like rape charges.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's
recurring thing.
Hey, listen, all I'm saying is that nigga, he know how to operate within them confines.
You right.
He ain't playing about his cornbread, nigga.
I ain't gonna front. If you did more than a decade, you find yourself a next woman, you ain't trying to go back.
Nah, son, at all. But then on top of that, you also got to give this man the same amount of time to reacclimate to society. Because I think after a certain amount of years, you're just broken mentally and you don't operate on a regular social norm. Yeah. So you have the same amount of time that you was in there, you need that same amount of time to reacclimate and be a normal person outside of the confines of jail. Because that's a whole, like, you put kids through school, bro. That trains them for jobs.
Facts. Mm-hmm.
It takes, when do you go to school? Like 4? So it takes about 14 years to acclimate you into getting really, really holding a 9-to-5, sit down, show up, clock in, clock out type of job. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. You get that nigga the same amount of time in jail, you got to give him the same amount of time out to acclimate into regular society. And then you put him in some shit like Carnival, where everybody wildin', nigga. First of all, he got his wife there. He trying to control himself. Because he thinking about all the shit that he could have nailed before he fucking married you. Then he's controlling himself, but he's being super close to you, and then somebody else trying to come in that space. He lucky he ain't swinging him for real.
Yeah. But I think he knew that would have been over the top.
But did he though? Because I think it might have not. If it might have got a little diet, the man just might have popped on him.
Hold on. Are you saying like he didn't know that Trinidad was gonna be crazy?
Who was ever ready for Carnival unless you've been there?
I feel like the internet.
Because
these niggas.
This nigga was in jail for how long? What internet?
They have internet,
bro.
They upgrade. I don't know where he was at. I can't say where he was at.
See, here's the thing with the internet, right?
Right.
We going off on a tangent. But
right. We got to go in it.
you can have access to the internet, right?
Niggas have access to phones.
I know, I understand that, but you get to go out and touch real life. The internet in jail is completely imaginary. That shit is completely imaginary, bro. Like that, niggas come out of jail and don't know how to work cell phones for real.
Okay.
Like there's very few niggas that have iPhone 11s getting shoved up their ass and going up in there and coming out and fucking.
No, but that's the thing. They use old technology. Like even the phones they get are like phone
older.
blocks, like,
right?
Yeah, like niggas ain't really gonna be able to do that shit.
But hear me, niggas in jail. Besides, as T.I. once put, like reading dictionaries and whatnot. I've been to jail. They looking at shit. They being put on. You feel me?
But they don't experience shit.
Oh no, the experience is different.
It's a secular mindset just going into that cell in and out every day, Same nigga, same place, same guard, same food, over and over and over again. All this shit is imaginary. It look good, but you ain't experiencing none of this shit. Yeah. On a random Friday night, if you just feel like you hit a lick and you did some overtime, you could take a quick flight to Miami. You can see some shit you've seen on Instagram. If you've been down for 10 years, nigga, how fast has the world changed in 5?
Facts. I just want to say, I feel like he knew of Trinidad. He probably seen some pictures, especially when he got out. You know what I'm saying? He may have upgraded his photos, whatever. Because I don't want to know if I want to tell him myself. I'm going to just say how many of us dudes have been in relationships and, you know, our hashtags might have gotten us in trouble because you just looking at some stuff that just Instagram be out here telling on us. Scrolling. I looked at one setup, okay? I just looked at one setup and she caught me, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, come on, son, it's Trinidad Carnival. It's the Mecca. If you going to see craziness over there, it's Trinidad Carnival. It's Trinidad Carnival.
Yeah, my man showed me some shit too. Some chick jumped in the crowd with no drawers on.
Bruh. But
I was like, that's how they giving it up?
I never saw that at Juve. I've been to Juve.
Yeah, I went the craziest, I didn't really dabble too much into the West Indian culture because I was given false information. And it just veered me off.
Yeah.
But I went to Wet Fat one time.
Ooh, my G.
Wet Fat.
And Shorty just was like, okay, you never been here. This is how shit's gonna go. I'm gonna introduce you to this shit. All right, cool, no problem. She just told her home, she was like, whine on him and walked off. I was like, what the fuck you mean? She left. She grabbed somebody else. I'm there for like a half an hour, just chick after chick after chick grinding on me, bro. To the point where the next day my pelvis was sore, nigga. And then she come back to me. She was like, yo, you ready to go home? Let's have a good time at home now. I'm like, hold on, wait. Your friend's been going off on me. She's like, yeah, that's how shit go. I was like, word?
Yeah,
and she was American black, but she was raised in Brooklyn and she been going to Juve and all that shit most of her life.
Oh, yeah.
She used to.
So I was like, oh, okay.
I can attest to that. I can attest. You find yourself a nice victim, find a nice woman, and that same night, if not the next day, you can go home. Yeah, I mean, but it's all love because dancing with the pelvis and everything, and I'm surprised. You know what? Vanna lucky. Because had you been in that West Indian community, you'd had a different woman.
Listen, bro. She told me the other day. I don't know why we having conversations that me and her just recently had. Like within the last week, I don't know why it's happening right now. But she was like, "Oh, you know, I think I want to go to carnivals around the world." I was like, "I'm not about that life. Don't do it to me."
Right? Be honest.
I was like, "Don't do it to me." She was like, "Why? That look like fun, and then you get to see all the different cultures." I was like, "I love you." I'd rather not put myself in a situation where I could do myself harm, because my head's not gonna be able to stay stationary. I'm gonna come back with neck and back pain for trying to keep my eyes locked on you. I don't know where our relationship will be at that point, but if we decide to do this, there will have to be a conversation beforehand
and during. Get in the game, nigga.
Like I don't want these problems. I like my life the way it's going right now. I heard of niggas going to carnival and coming back one relationship down, bro.
Yeah.
Or like people when they gonna break up with somebody.
So
it's over carnival.
So like, let me say this: carnival and certain parties like Wet Fed are like big things. Camboulet, which now is Camboulet. Kula Fed. So any like Fed is like really, really out there. Like we come to have fun and wild out. You know what I'm saying? Generally, you can tell who's married or not trying to get in. You know, just everybody trying to have fun. Generally, all men are just trying to get in, right? Let me say this. It don't even be you. It don't even be you who's on the prowl. She like your beard. She like the way you carry yourself. Somebody's name is Mrs. Petty at the party. She may see Ron as it. My man. My boy once went to this underground. We went to this backyard party. It was underground, right? Mm-hmm. And my boy came in for this girl, right? She will deny this story to this day, but I was there. We came in.
I got the receipts.
Facts. I was there. My boy is a DJ. He's one of the best DJs ever. Like, you play his mixtape, people be like, where you get that? My boy's nasty. So we came in. We were already partying from before. Came in. And this girl just saw him. Not the girl he came for. This next girl. She watched him out the corner of his eye. Because, says and pray. Then she was on him. Then the girl he actually came for saw this happen. Moved shorty out the... like, straight up. Mush. Like, mush. Get out the way. Now, this my man. And then shorty was just, like, stupefied. And I just grabbed her. I was like, come here. Let me just escalate this. Come dance with me. It'd be like that. You could be the nigga for the moment forever. But you the nigga for the moment. You feel me? Nah. But it's a good way to work out your squat muscles. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure. Yeah. I'll definitely have my fucking pelvic tilt corrected. But I don't want that smoke. I don't think I want that in my life, bro.
Well, I mean, you could do it, and then it'll stop all type of carnival afterwards.
Good point. Oh, yeah. Like, see, this is what I was trying to tell you.
You know what? You were right. Never again. Kid parties.
Yo, listen, bro. I'm off of that experience at the Wet Fest, and then most recently that experience that I had working when I had to go into Afro Punk.
You told me about that one. I remember. Yeah.
Bro, I don't know if that's why I was like, in my head, I put those two together. I was like, this is a problem. I don't want this problem. I don't want to deal with it.
To women of color, Hispanic, Latinas, Black, because when y'all ready to just show us look but don't touch outfits, woo! Well, forget Instagram. I know Megan Thee Stallion but not too long ago said niggas worried about pussy that they can't even get on the internet. Sometimes we worried about pussy we can't even get in front of us. In front of us.
Good point.
Oh my God. Let me tell you.
The Puerto Rican Day Parade used to be fire.
Oh my God.
Fire.
So much fire. I remember my first time going to the Puerto Rican Day Parade. My first time taking the train. I was just... Bruh, like my neck. Right. And we got a nice little something. And you ever get something nice, and then her friends are nicer, and there are more nicer things over there, and you're just like, why am I here? Yep. Why am I here? I can't wait for sundress season. I cannot wait for sundress season. Because I just want to look.
Amen.
I just want to look. Fact, just give me something to...
My eyes be thirsty.
Give me something to work for. You know what I'm saying? Yo. And then rompers sometimes. Yo. The best thing I've ever seen was a woman, and it's not even like on some like misogynistic shit. The best woman I've ever seen, hands down, was dressed in a full, like, not even a suit, but like business attire. She had a white shirt on, she had the gray pants, black belt. I forgot if she had on heels, whatever. And I was on the 4 train. She got on at Borough Hall. I know she got on Borough Hall because everybody had a different air. Everybody was turning. My seat was in the corner. I had one space available. You know, she came and sat next to me. That woman had so much swagger, bro. Damn. And she was just on some like, whatever. And she saw me. She's like, can I say? I was like, yeah, go ahead. And we had a little chop it up. This woman was way above my ears. There was no way Mike right then could handle that. But I would have loved to. If I could go back, I would have shot my shot. I would have tried. But I was, she
Let me
had
upgrade you.
I'd have been married. Y'all would have been like, yo, what? Nah, I'm an engineer. My wife told me to do this. My wife, she would have cultivated my eyes. Like, facts. And we love that. I can't front. When your woman's like that, we love that.
Listen, bro.
Speaking of which, let's talk about this guy. Whose man's this? Continuing. Mans gets a rental property from his girl for his birthday. This man was like, oh, nah, I don't want this. I wanted a Rolex and some chains. My nigga, what?
Now, here's where I'm divided.
Okay, let's hear this.
I see the gesture. I respect the gesture. He might have been able to be a little more
articulate?
Nah, just like he might have been able to say that a little more eloquently.
I think a little more sensitive, if anything.
The fucking sensitive.
Okay.
Because you can say the same shit, just not as harshly as he said it. Like, babe, this is cool. All right, fine. Everybody like, oh, that's assets. Most of y'all niggas are saying that shit don't have none of that. So that's why y'all were all over him. What if this man is established? He don't want another rental property because that's a headache to him. He just wanted some of the ignorant shit for the weekend. He wanted to go to King of Diamonds because he's responsible 364 days out the year. And he's been saying this whole time, I want a Rolex and some gold chains. I got everything else. This is what I want. She didn't give him what he wanted. Now he has to go out and get it for himself.
All right, I'm going to play devil's advocate. If you establish, why don't you have it already?
Because maybe he don't want to get it for himself. He wants you to get it for him.
Why would you want that? That's some petty shit.
No.
I feel like that's some petty shit.
That ain't necessarily petty.
I mean, the controlling. Okay, yeah, I'm
that's
listening.
not necessarily petty. If like I said, the man's. What if he's like really good all year long and he's straight laced all year, but the one thing that he wants, he told you that he wants, and rather than him get it for himself, you said, "I want to do something for you. I want to do something for you. I want to do something for you special for your birthday." He tells you. And you don't show up with what he said. On the opposite end of that, do you think that would work well for a woman if she told you the same thing? I want a Birkin bag. 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 I want a Birkin bag.
Hell yeah.
And you show up with a car.
Oh, yeah, that's too different.
I felt like it would have worked.
Nah,
but you know what? Here's what okay. So now we're talking about the type of people we date, right? All right. So let's go back to the guy. I don't think he has that. I'm going to be real with it. His whole demeanor is different. His whole demeanor, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he be well, don't get me wrong, he can be good. I'm not saying he's not a leech. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, he's good, whatever. But you want a Rolex and chains? It seems like he knew that she was good, and he wanted that out of her. You feel me? Like, I want to get this out of you because maybe I can't get it for myself, or I can, I just don't want to. And I feel like anybody like that, you a leech. You're not somebody to be trusted.
True.
But at the same time, my brain is like, you gave me rental property, so I can get that easy. Although it's my birthday and I wanted that, you mean to tell me I can't charge rent and get a Rolex and chains? I can get the chains.
It's gonna take some time.
That's fine. He built up his credit.
Yo, bro, I understand that.
But okay, let's look at the nature of women. Let's look at the nature of women. Women look at men not as they are, but what they could be. Right? Real talk. Mm-hmm. Which is why some of y'all won't leave this nigga who's dragging you all the way down the barrel sometimes. Please leave that nigga. I'm just saying, not everybody. Mm-hmm. So she like, I'm trying to help you build your credit. I'm trying to help you do this. So not only do you have to be like, my girl gave me this, but I got this myself. Yeah, my girl might have helped me, but I did this myself. Because you know, when you do it yourself, it rings different than, yeah, my girl got me this shit. Unless you like on some shit. Unless you're like, yeah, I made this bitch get me this.
Now, here's the thing.
Right? Come on, son.
Now, here's the thing. Only reason I say the opposite is because I know a nigga like this. Okay. I've met a nigga like this. You would never think that this dude's as financially savvy or as well established as he is, because my man is tall, my man is black, full of tats, ex-felon, in the real estate heavy. Lives in one of the nicest fucking area codes in Jersey with a nice fucking house. All white Jewish neighbors, everything. Got bread. You would never think. Dreads and all that shit. Never think. These people love that guy because he bought that money. Right. He into the ignorant shit. It has its place, but he into the ignorant shit. Cars and all that. Got donk, everything. All that shit. He likes what he likes. If I'm this guy and I gotta be this guy 23 hours out of the day, that 1 hour that I don't want to be that guy, don't force me to be that guy. And if it's my birthday especially, if I'm taking a time out to do the ignorant shit on my birthday, when all year I've been fine and I've been handling the books and doing all this shit, don't give me something else I gotta manage now.
I feel like, I don't know. It depends. It depends. See, I'm
not saying that's his exact situation.
Right.
Like, but at the same time, I'm playing devil's advocate.
Right.
Get a man what the fuck he asked for.
My man, like, I'm looking at watches right now because I wanted to make sure.
What's the price of gold, though?
I don't know.
Check that.
Because I'm looking at this Rolex.
If my man got a kilo on his neck in pure 24 karat gold, that'll only go up in value. So what's worth more? The property or the gold?
The property, if you fix it up.
Yeah, but if you hold the gold always goes up.
My man, I'm seeing the Rolex right now for $230.
It depends on which one you get. Some of them are 50.
What property? Where do you think they down south? You don't think a rental property probably costs the same much, if not less?
Yeah, but it depends on what you're getting for it every single month too. For him to be able to afford that gold chain that he's asking for, it might take him a whole year to get if he plays it by the numbers, depending on what his profit to loss ratio is every single month. Plus the depreciation and the tax revenue and all that other shit. So he's looking at another problem, and he's like,
this is the hill I'm going to die on.
Not deal with this shit.
This is the hill I'm going to die on, because I see you want to talk. I'm going to let you talk. This is the hill I'm going to die on. If my girl, let's say I asked for a new car, new Infiniti, gave me bonds or whatever to make money, and then in a sense get that new Infiniti car, I'm gonna respect that decision.
Bonds versus a rental property.
I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. It's just an example. All right, I'll stick to the example then. Here's why: because she's doing a move in which you can always sell that property and still make that money, right? Or you can keep the property and still make money. But she's thinking ahead. Why would I want a basic woman at any age, even though I'm into that ignorant shit, at any age to not think forward? Because it's not like I can't make money. That's not the issue. It's just you didn't give me what I wanted. If you didn't give me what I wanted and Shorty can buy Rolex and chains, that's later. That's immediate gratification. That's the first nut. Real talk. Right. The second nut is where I hold you down and you realize maybe I'm not going anywhere. Maybe, I'm going to deal with his crack addict case. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, God damn it, like, he got to be dicking her down. He got to be, like, dicking her down. And then the way he said it there in front of everybody, I thought was a little disrespectful.
No, that definitely I agree was a little. Because that's why I said he could have had a little more tact about that shit completely.
Yeah, because his homeboy looked really happy for him. Man.
Right, like see, that's what I'm saying. Like, this guy is not that guy. The guy you talking about, that's not him. Because the way his boy was like, yo.
Oh right,
I don't know the nigga personally.
Right, I'm just saying it. All evidence seems to say. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm gonna let you talk, you, because I know you want to say. All I'm saying is, even if I was that dude and you gave me this shit and you like, listen, you can decide to do whatever you want, I know you in for the long haul. And for me personally, I know that I'm making you think for not just now, but for later. Doesn't mean she can't get it for him, but she'd rather get him something better. Go ahead, Juice. I'm sorry. That's the hill I'm dying on right now.
Yeah, he could have eventually, if the income was coming in right from the rentals, he probably could have just bought the Rolex off of one or two. But I'll say this: people missed up what he was saying in the very beginning. You have to listen. Okay. He said, "Where's the location?" Then he asked her, no, he said, "Where's the location?" Then he said, "I don't like it. I have to fix it up." Listen to the video. He says, "I don't like." I
only got a quick clip of it.
Yeah, I only got a quick clip. I didn't hear that.
Well,
maybe
watch video because I watched it a few times because I came across it. So yeah, I'm like that don't make sense. If your girl buy you a rental property, why are you upset? So it looks like he asked.
She did say she got approved for a loan, so I'm not expecting her to like
the two important questions. He said, "Where's the location?" And then he asked about like how much to fix it up. So
what if that's all she can afford though? Real talk.
Yeah,
let's say the rental property. What if the rental property isn't as much as a Rolex or some chains that he wanted? Not the regular chains, what chains he wanted, but she was like, "Here's what I can do to kind of get you on your way."
You gotta respect her too for that.
But I also understand the fact that, like I said, bro, it depends on the game that you're playing. Timepieces go up in value depending on which one you get.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, the price of gold goes up. Kilo on your neck, bro. Solid gold, not that clinky shit that sounds like tin. If you get solid gold, bro, and you give me a fucking Cuban link chain, I could sit on that.
Right.
I could melt that down. I could resell that because the price of gold is what it is. So it depends on how ignorant the nigga is. I get a nigga the benefit of the doubt. Cause now, in that being the case, with him saying when he said post video or post what everybody reacted to, he is that guy.
Right.
But he wanted what the fuck he wanted.
We need to find out more.
I'm
still dying on that hill.
Clearly, he got a good enough woman.
Facts.
He good either way you cut it. Whether she give him the ignorant shit or she give him the rental property. Yeah, she's even capable of doing that.
Facts.
You made a good choice. That's the type of chick you need in your life.
Yeah.
If I ask for a Rolex, give me a Rolex, please.
Sage, if I ask for a Rolex, give me a rental property. Oh man! All right, let's move forward. Shoot, damn. I kind of want to get into this, but like Sprite introduced the new flavor called ginger ale. At what point did soda out here redefine flavors?
First of all, have you been seeing Wendy's tweets? It's beef to be had everywhere.
Yo,
Wendy's been coming for everybody for how long, son?
I don't know who they let in charge of those tweets, but I know he black.
Yes.
I know he black or she black, and they come with it all the time. I'm thankful.
Every bit of the smoke.
Every
bit
time.
of it.
I'm gonna start retweeting it. No, dead serious. All the time.
So I feel like that they're keeping that same energy.
All the time.
Like, you know what? Fuck your ginger ale. I'm Sprite. This is real ginger ale.
Yo, Schweppes and Canada Dry was like, we not having this shit. You thought you had it? Bold ginger ale. What? What? Hold on, let me pull that up real quick.
Yo, did y'all see the meme about that?
No.
They said, I heard the coronavirus is out there, and then they put the ginger ale bowl. But God got me. It's like God got me.
Canada Dry is not with the shit.
Yo.
Bold ginger ale, my G. Bold ginger ale was like, you thought you knew ginger ale? Yeah, I ain't no ginger ale.
That's ginger seltzer.
I don't know. It don't matter. The whole point is Sprite was like, yo, remember when IHOP said we sell burgers? We got the same thing too. We got ginger ale.
Whose man's is this? Is that under the segment that was?
Yes. Listen, I love when companies beef, but I just like, really, Sprite, you couldn't come up with something else? Remember Sprite Remix? I tell everybody.
I still drink that shit.
Yeah.
I tell everybody, Sprite Remix is really you dumping Skittles in the Sprite bottle and letting it dissolve. That's exactly what it tastes like.
Pretty much.
What I will say is, Sprite has been refreshing for a long time now.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
If they can make ginger ale as refreshing as Sprite is, Canada Dry got a problem on their hands.
I just want to say, in light of aspect of coronavirus and West Indians with ginger ale and ginger tea, I'm just saying we stick to what works.
That ginger tea ain't no joke, though,
bro. Let me tell you about how you know it's ginger tea. It's one of two things: it's actual ginger boiled down, or it's the powder. That powder, you up. It's gonna fuck you up on some shit.
So which is more potent?
It depends, but generally the powder.
Oh, the powder. Oh.
Really?
Yeah. The powder.
I thought the nub, like just in some water, was way more potent.
Depends on what market. You know what? I'm gonna refrain. You right. No, you right.
Because that's straight from the tap. Like
no, you
I
right.
had that shit, bro, and that shit felt like a motherfucking. I just hit a whole goddamn black peppercorn down my throat.
It depends on how it's boiled down and then served. Because some people will boil it and then with the water it's in, give it to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Some people will squeeze it and into like whatever tea you have. Yeah, it's grated, whatever. Yo, yeah, it can be served a lot of ways. I know with my family, with Haitians, I didn't have the flu, but I had like a really bad sickness, like a really bad virus. We boiled some ginger tea. It wasn't really getting to me. So they obviously scraped it, boom, 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 and then like squeezed some of it into it. I don't know what is in that taste, but they gave me some lemon. After that, it cleared whatever. I just gone. But ginger, no, you're right. Ginger in the nub, but the powder is dope too. Like the powder,
yeah, because that's straight from the tap. That's like matcha.
Gotcha.
Green tea is different when you drinking it out the leaf. You had a matcha. That shit is the ground up leaf. That shit is straight from the source. You ain't no filtered nothing.
Strong, and then some of them have the nerve to be like, with honey, I got all the meds I need. Like I don't need any more.
Nah, son.
I don't need any more.
Remember the next time I'm sick, I'm gonna get the.
Oh yeah, bro. Go to the supermarket and get you a nub of ginger. Cut a piece of that shit off and scrape the skin off with a fucking spoon and just drop that bitch in some water, bro.
I'll go to the Asian woman out here selling fish and all that other stuff. She got the package. She got the package of ginger. You put yourself maybe half or the full thing. You good. Your body will be like, you won't be able to take it the first time. It'll be too strong. Real talk.
Your chest gonna be on fire.
Damn,
Whatever phlegm you got, nigga, that shit exists no more, nigga.
Facts.
Sound better than vapor up, man.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean,
because that shit is all topical. That just opens up your pores and makes you feel like you got the mentholated feeling. That's fine. That's like smoking a Newport, nigga. You gonna get that hit and be like, I feel the cool, refreshing Swiss Alps in my chest. Nah, bro. Let that bitch burn. Let that shit burn. About a half an hour later, you gonna hack some shit up that don't like it belong in your body, and you gonna be like, all right, I feel better now.
Facts. Most people even have ginger tea with the vapor rub or whatever it is.
Nigga, what are you trying to transform?
It depends on how sick you are. Like
that is a fact, though.
That is word. We need you to sweat this out. Have this tea. You're not gonna finish the tea more than likely.
Sage thinks I'd be tripping because she's on a whole nother body wave. With like when it comes to heat, I swear she like operates on 99.6, not 98, like the rest of us humans. Mm-hmm. But I be like, yo, sweat it out. Nah, I'm hot. She want to peel shit off. Man, if I'm sick, I put on fucking 2 layers of clothes, a sweatsuit, and I'm drinking tea. Mm-hmm. Once that shit break, everything comes out, bro. Boom. Right. I swear I wish I had a dry sauna in my house when I'm sick.
Facts. No.
Get right up in that bitch.
2 things you need to remember to do when you're sick. Number 1 is go outside. Because when you inside too much, you got all those germs floating in the air, going back and forth.
Just recycling.
Right. But then also the mentality-wise. You continuing yourself, you're conditioning yourself to be sick. Go outside, yo, it's a whole thing. All of a sudden, you want to live. Whereas before, it's like you wanted to die. Like now, you want to live, and your body's like, oh, we want to live. Okay, I guess we can do this. I mean, we planned on it anyway, but I guess now we can speed up the process.
Bro, I thought I was sick this winter. I went outside. I had to go to work. Was not sick by the end of my shift.
Facts.
Say, nah, you gonna take this fresh air, goddamn.
Facts. And then sweat out. Sweat out. Like, women generally don't like sweating at all. But, like, when you sweat that out, you get that good sweat, and you wake up, your clothes drenched. Today's a new day. What's this, a Tuesday? I feel it. Like, it's a Tuesday all day, like, kind of deal. Like, seriously, man. The drugs. Stop using the drugs so much, man. The natural herbs, especially from the islands.
Bro, I got to start getting into bitter roots. I got to start finding out which bitter roots are good for me.
Good luck.
I know sarsaparilla is a good one.
Yo, I'm gonna be real with you. I know some things about bitter roots, but I don't know. My pops and my grandma knows. She out here like, oh, you have a headache? You have a migraine? All of a sudden, this cloak come out, and she got all these cabinets inside, and I'm just like,
witches brew spices, nigga, just pop out the cold.
She be like, how long you had it for? 2 days? Oh, second shelf. Okay. Stop it here. Oh my God, that's crazy. All right, let's move on. A little bit of culture talk. Young M.A. talking about cutting her hair.
Why not? Why not?
Nah, I'm not with it, because here's why I'm not with it. Remember her videos beforehand, before she came, Young M.A.? She was looking real soft. You know what I'm saying? She was looking like the background singer one of Beyonce's thing. I don't think it's going to work for her image. I mean, we'll see. And it's talking about a big chop. She's talking about a big chop, not like
she going to get a fade?
I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna work for her. I don't know what they ain't saying what hairstyle it is. But could you see it made with like a sideburn? Like
she gonna like a nigga from the Heights.
You right.
That's all I'm saying. You just don't have a mustache. You gonna like a nigga from the Heights. They gonna start calling you Juanito and shit.
Juanito, ma. Juanito, ma.
I still support her, son. What is she doing out here right now?
She's in love.
Really?
That's it. She got a whole shorty. She chilling.
Really?
That's why you ain't... I don't know whether it's the music thing.
I thought she was just touring right now. She was playing it smart. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, son. She in love. That's why she don't be out here wilding.
I got to look her up now.
Her shorty a joint, too.
Really?
Yeah.
She out here French Montana in the game?
Yeah,
cool.
son. Low key. Well, she posted her like several times. That's how I found out about the shit. I was like, word.
All right, Juice. Out here disrespecting the podcast. All right. Let's see if we can go to Instagram real quick.
I remember it was a DJ. Like, I don't know if she's still with that DJ girl. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, the one in the pink?
Mrs. G.I. Jane? Is that who we going after? Oh. Yo, Ocean, I know you listening, son. Stop what you're doing. Check out G.I. Jane. Mrs. G.I. Jane, excuse me. I don't know if that's work done, but that is a work of art. Oh, that's not even her. That's somebody different. Oh, never mind. Forget that. Damn.
Yeah, that's her shorty.
She look like she living her best life. Fair enough. Fair enough. When the internet has the receipts, man, I don't know what to tell you. Damn.
The internet is undefeated.
Always. Real quick, let's move on. We're gonna have Ocean play the audio for the coronavirus broken down.
Let me now share about what we know about this novel coronavirus. This virus comes from the family of coronavirus, which includes other viruses such as MERS and SARS, as well as the milder variants causing common cold. The medical consensus at this moment is that the novel coronavirus is more transmissible, but appears less deadly than SARS. Available evidence suggests that the rate of human-to-human transmission of this virus appears to be higher than that of SARS. For now, the evidence also suggests that transmission is mostly via droplets. What this means is that the virus is carried within droplets emitted from an infected person over a short distance, such as when a person coughs or sneezes. If these droplets come into contact with the eyes, nose, or mouth of an individual, directly or indirectly through hands that have come into contact with these droplets, the individual may become infected. To clarify, there is no evidence currently to suggest that the virus is airborne. There are other viruses, such as the chickenpox, which can easily be transported via air currents, and do not require droplets to contact the eyes or nose. The novel coronavirus is not in this category of viruses. The novel coronavirus could also transmit through surface contact. Let me explain. When a person sneezes or coughs, the droplets fall onto the surfaces of tables and chairs, for example, and the virus may remain alive for up to a few days. When someone else touches the surfaces of these tables and chairs, the virus can be transferred to his hands, and if he then rubs his eyes or nose without washing his hands, he may become infected. So we should wash our hands. This is also why we only quarantine the close contacts of confirmed cases. For more transient contacts, such as individuals that the confirmed cases may have walked past in malls or hotels, the risk of transmission is low. For coronavirus generally, the person is most infectious when he is displaying symptoms, or what you call symptomatic. And this is likely to be the case for the novel coronavirus as well. There is evidence of limited spread from a person without symptoms during the incubation period. However, this form of transmission may be uncommon and has so far involved isolated cases only. At this point, the evidence still points towards higher transmissibility when the person is displaying symptoms. As such, medical professionals, both overseas and in Singapore, have advised that the most effective way that we can protect ourselves is to practice good personal hygiene. We should regularly wash our hands with soap and water and avoid touching our face with our hands. These may sound simple, but actually they're very difficult to do because all of us touch our face all the time. Even at a meeting when we have on this multi-ministry task force, while I was speaking, I was touching my face until Minister Lawrence Wong nudged me with his elbow and said, "Stop touching your face." So it is simple but extremely difficult, but are actually very effective in preventing all kinds of infection. Potential infection from asymptomatic persons, in fact, is less likely to be from coughing or sneezing directly because they don't have symptoms. They are not sneezing or coughing, but more likely by touching contaminated surfaces, for which masks offer no protection. Wearing a mask when we are well often gives us a false sense of security instead. And we are more likely to touch our faces when we constantly adjust our masks, which is one way the disease spreads. At the same time, we need to protect others, our loved ones, friends, colleagues, and fellow Singaporeans that we come into contact with. If we are sick, we should rest and recover at home as far as possible. If we do need to go out to see a doctor, for example, we should wear a surgical mask to protect others. So this is when mask is needed, when we are unwell and have to go out. Persons exposed to the virus may be well for a few days before developing symptoms such as fever or cough, and some may develop pneumonia eventually. There is currently no known curative treatment for the novel coronavirus. Development of a successful cure may take time, maybe months or years. The current approach is to provide good supportive care for the patients to reduce complications and to allow time for the patient to recover. The current case fatality rate stands at about 2 to 3%. Majority of the deaths are among those with underlying medical conditions. The fatality rate seems lower than SARS, which was around 10%, but we are still at the initial stages of the outbreak, and the actual severity can only be assessed properly in time to come. Regardless, the government's response has been and will continue to be swift and decisive to contain the spread of the virus here.
Fellas.
Not concerned.
Yeah, I had Chinese food yesterday. So.
Oh, my nigga. My nigga.
Yes, bro. Yes.
I said it. Oh, my God.
Snyder's chicken. Shout out to y'all.
You gonna get us. I see the fines already.
Bro, I feel like it's another Ebola virus situation all over again, bro. Like, I understand, and this is just me being a conspiracy theorist. They want to try to chop down the world's population as it is.
Okay.
If this is the method that it happens, then it's going to happen that way. Ain't shit you can do about it. Why be concerned, bro? I'm not going to stop living my life, period. Then on top of that, I take the train. I live in New York City. What the fuck am I going to do?
Oh, go ahead.
What am I going to do? That's public transportation, bro. Millions of people? Millions. And then my aunt was concerned for Sage because the first person that died of the coronavirus was in D.C.
Wow. I didn't know that.
So, I just want to say two things. First of all, number one, Ocean told me that the face mask was for people who actually contracted the coronavirus from spreading it, not from people trying to prevent it.
That's usually been the thing anyway when you see people with face masks. They're trying to keep their germs from going out instead of trying to keep them coming in.
I've seen the shits. So one of my homegirls, not too far, worked for like a painting store. I was to say that, like a store for like paint and all this other construction, and they have the face masks. When this went viral, no pun intended, of course, they sold out. Like the warehouse sold out, like in a couple of days, sold out. She was telling me this. And the second thing is, like, I've seen somebody on the train with like a whole Bane mask, like a whole like gauges, and yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, like Tom Hardy kind of, but not the actual mask, obviously, but like that's how deep it is. I couldn't get a picture of it. I'm gonna be real with you. The flu kills way more people.
Thank you.
The flu consistently. Hold on. I said it in the last episode. I don't know why they expect us to take the goddamn vaccine or whatever, the flu shot, because it's a 40, it was a 44%, and then lower than that, 44% from like children from 4 to 12, and then everything above that was like lower than that it's going to work. Why would I take that? Why would I take something that doesn't work? That's like, yo, Juice, you a 40% will make it driver or airplane pilot. Like, you 40%, you land successfully. No, I'm good. Nah, nigga, if I find myself on this plane, where's my parachute? I'm jumping out now. You know what I'm saying? So if we're not doing that for the flu vaccine, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we should be doing, and it's funny because like the meme was like, niggas out here heard about the coronavirus and got the face mask, but HIV's been running rampant. Y'all niggas still won't use condoms.
Whole facts.
Although shout out to them because recently everybody's been hearing the commercial. They managed to find a pill, the 1-a-day pill, which actually removes detection of it, so you can't spread it. But still, my nigga, can we work on a full cure for everybody? Because there's only a cure in certain instances, and that seems to go away pretty fast. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm not. Stop being racist to Asian people altogether.
Yeah, and that's one thing that's been kind of pissing me off too. One thing is, I love Asian food. Let's get that out the way.
Facts.
So does Ocean. But
we know.
Like, most people can't tell a difference. Like, the general population won't be able to tell a difference between a Korean or Chinese or Japanese person.
Yeah.
And
That's me too.
like, unless you're in that culture, you can't differentiate. So you just like, you know what? To be safe than sorry, I'm just gonna make everybody suffer because I don't even want to deal with it. That's kind of fucked up. You know how many businesses have been hit with this shit, bro? Like whole restaurants, fucking stores and shit like that. Like they've been taking a hit, bro, for some shit that's not even really affecting them.
To be fair, I feel like this is like a lot of just to show you how ignorance and racism works. Because like not too long ago, remember when 9/11 happened? All South Asian, and Indian people were just like, I hate saying Indian, but like people know who I'm talking about at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Middle Eastern people were just like, I felt so much driving to Texas. I felt so much discrimination, which is funny because you were giving black people discrimination when you weren't picking them up at club nights. But let's not talk about that and why you need the bailout. But anyway, like you see what I'm saying? Like we all knew it wasn't you. You weren't necessarily affiliated with them, but at the same time,
Guilt by association.
Ironically, up until recently, because there was only one black school shooter, the same thing for black people. But, you treat us like we shoot up schools. We shoot like we do the terrorists. Like we are the terrorists. No, we're not. DC sniper and the one kid who I can't remember right now. I don't really care to. That's what we got. But guilt by association. Please leave these Asian people and their families alone. They haven't done anything to us. And I tell everybody who's like, yo, they did it. No. They be really humble with us. Because the way we talk to them, you don't believe me? Go into a nail salon. Go into a nail salon for pedicure and manicure. See how the black women or men talk to these people. It's crazy. Or a Chinese store. You ain't getting my wings right. Look how they talk to them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they're humble enough to be like, they'll make yell at us, whatever. Still serve us like everything's okay. Black people be ready to kill you.
Yep.
Real talk. The Jamaican woman at the West Indian restaurant, like, she stoops in at me because I want more gravy. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So let's just leave these people alone. The coronavirus isn't that serious. They're just making it out to be a lot serious. Don't get me wrong. If you don't take care of your health, you should take the proper steps. You know what I'm saying? There are people infected. There are people who have died from it. But the flu, which is continuously mutating every year, we ain't got nothing for it.
Nothing.
Successfully.
Ain't shit for the common cold. And then on top of that, I was just listening to something the other day. It's like, we're building up basically our immunity with antibiotics so that antibiotics won't be able to work anymore.
Because when you continuously have honey, what happens?
Right, you lose that's very
the effect on it, because this is like your body's used to honey. What is this?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's one of the main things I think that's going to be a large contributor to shit being crazy. If anything really does hit and it's like a global pandemic, we're so used to, or our bodies are going to be at the point where we're so used to antibiotics that the shit doesn't work anymore. And there's no remedy. There's no vaccine that's going to work because it's an antibiotic. And the shit's not going to be able to have an effect to save a population.
Yeah. I think we're too worried about like these quick cures and whatnot. People don't know about their bodies, real talk. Men, women, we just don't know about our bodies and what we need to do. Because the same prescription I get here, I could find in like natural tree bark and whatever back home. Mm-hmm. Literally, my pops have told me stories where like somebody literally have a nail through their foot, and he'd be like, "All right, well, just go eat this, burn, boil this, but you feel better the next day." A whole nail through your foot, though. A whole nail. And then they out here exploiting us. So it's just like,
I do want to say something.
Yeah.
As far as like that, they contracted coronavirus from bats, like. You sick fuck, stop eating bats. All right? Nah, seriously, like, if that's how it started, like, what possessed you to go in the cave?
Yo, Jews, I'm going to keep it funky with you.
They eat dog, too, bro.
There you go.
Sections, they eat dog, bro.
Look, Jews.
But a bat is so much more complicated.
It's food, bro.
Is it, though?
Yes, it's food.
Is it complicated, though? Putting that up in the air, B.
You gotta go in the cave, bro.
Nah, you ain't gotta go out the cave.
No, you gotta go in the cave.
You don't have to go in the cave. They come out at night to feed. They don't feed in a cave. Yeah. They come out, bro. So all you got to do is go to the mouth of the cave and trap them.
It's actually more sanitary to get them out the cave because inside the cave is crazy.
Of course it's crazy.
All you got to do is catch them when they come out to feed, bro, because they come out on droves.
If I was a caveman, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't do that back in the day. If I was like a caveman, like, I don't know.
Hey, listen, son.
Y'all just stop.
The fact that there's 1 billion people over there. You got to think about the number of lifestyles that are being lived in that population of 1 billion people. Because think about it. All right, the state of Maryland has 6 million people in it. That's a state, right?
Yeah.
New York City, 5 boroughs, have 8.5 million people in it. There's 1 billion people in that fucking country, bro. There's 300 and something million in the entirety of the United States. They got 3 times our population. So think about that. What do you see in the scale of living from New York on Park Avenue down to fucking Bushwick and Canarsie and all that, all the way to LES and shit?
Mad cultures.
And all levels of life, from the bummiest of the bums to the bum that ain't that bummy, to the person that just doesn't have a job, to the person that's living in the peace, to the person that lives on Park Avenue, billionaire, all that shit and everything in between, bro. All types of restaurants, all that shit. 1 billion people, bro. You gonna get niggas that are in everything, son. Everything. Redneck type of niggas that are just Asian.
Yeah.
You got the hood niggas that are Asian.
Redneck Asians? I don't know what to say.
Hey, listen, bro.
Red Asians? I don't know. I feel you.
They in the bush, bitch. And they brown than a motherfucker, bro.
No, but you're right. Also, the coronavirus, ironically, is the only virus or just whatever sickness that's affecting the Dow Jones, which is crazy because we had the flu for so long. But whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's just like...
Can I also put out something else, too? When this shit popped up, right? I felt like this was a political and a financial play. Because China's, like, ingrained in global economy. Everybody gets shit from China. And then China's into natural resources heavily in Africa. Also, they're involved, and them and Russia are involved in the Middle East as far as oil's concerned. They back Iran.
Right.
This whole shit's been popping off with Iran. And they've been doing tariffs and shit like that and talking with negotiations with China. Okay, cool. We get so much stuff from you. You're not buying any of our shit. You got to buy some of our stuff, and we got to buy some of your stuff. But we're going to charge you a tax so we can try to even this off because they underwrite a lot of our debt, too. So all this shit happening, and then all these conversations are happening. There's nothing. There's a little movement, or money's not moving around fast enough and shit like that. Cool. How do you affect the whole economy without dropping a bomb?
Are you saying...
Pandemic.
Oh, yeah. Do it through media.
Yeah.
Because the media can change everybody's perception of...
You put a CDC stamp on it.
And now everybody's more concerned about the virus and then instead of the money and the shit that's going on.
Shit goes around in minutes.
Yeah.
Versus months.
I mean... Not for nothing, Apple was just like, yo, to my stockholders, expect a slowdown. You know what I'm saying? My phone's been running really slow anyway. Like, I want a new phone. Not even a new iPhone. I just want a new phone. Like, give me something new.
Even on a small scale, look at the restaurants. Like, it's like you can't even really eat at a Chinese restaurant. People are like, what the fuck?
Facts.
Chinese food this week or last week? Or, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. What do you think about the new CEO stepping down? Like Disney stepped down. Okay, we'll move on from that.
What the fuck?
Disney's CEO stepped down and is a new one. I don't know why. I thought he was in some shit. Like, he was out here trying to Mickey Mouse some girl. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, bro. That might be it.
Facts.
You don't want to fuck up no Disney money. You know they used to get rid of niggas when you was a kid and you fucked up in Disney.
Facts.
They drop your ass like a bag of sand.
Facts.
Yep, they did.
Oh, speaking of which, New York related. The plastic bag ban has started.
Congratulations, you played yourself. You lazy motherfuckers.
First of all, I want to let you know every West Indian has been preparing for this for all their life. We got closets, drawers full of plastic bags. You don't think we worried?
That's a fact.
We good for at least 2 years, if not 3.
You know what's funny? That's a citywide ban, right? On everything?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Well, it's 5 cents. You can still get one, but it's 5 cents.
But that made sense because I went and got some lunch before I came over here. And he just gave me a paper bag. And I'm like, where's the plastic bag to put the shit in? And I wanted to ask him for one. And I was like, hold on. Ain't there some shit about plastic bags? Let me just leave it alone. And just walked out. But it was a little awkward. It was a little awkward. Like, with food, it's awkward. When you go on grocery shopping, you anticipate that.
Right.
You walk around with a bag on you. Most people ain't going to just walk around with a random plastic bag.
Nah.
Just for, like, shit from the store or, like, some food that you're going to get or something.
Right.
But I'll tell you one thing that's gonna really take a big uptick from that. Uber Eats.
Oh yeah.
See, that's the little trickle down shit that I be thinking about. Like, you don't want to go and get that shit because it's gonna be awkward. You got to walk 6 blocks without a plastic bag. You don't want to carry it in your hands. That average lazy person and just order it now. So then they ain't got to worry about it. It comes straight to their door.
Well, I mean, yeah. Uber Eats is generally that little the actual bag that keeps it hot, or sometimes that in a paper bag.
Yeah. But then you don't have to carry it.
Right.
Because that not having the plastic bag when you walk at 7 blocks from your favorite restaurant that's right there. But if you got to carry it in your hands and it's awkward now, or you just got to be mindful to keep something with you so when you go over there you can bring it back. Most people aren't going to want to do that.
Yeah, nah. Especially on the fly.
Listen, we messed up, real talk, with this plastic bag situation. Amongst other plastics in the ocean, we should have been doing a better job. Real talk. I mean, I can say just for the West Indian community, we've been saving our plastic bags, so I won't tell you about that. But, you know, we should have been doing a better job. I keep it a buck. Although this is needed, what about the train system, my G? What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, I'll keep it a buck even more. Why are we paying these shareholders so much money and ain't shit being done?
Because everybody's got a scam.
Nobody wants to let go of the money.
Yep.
Okay.
They want their bonuses at the end of the year.
Right. They
Talk
do
about
shit.
it. For no good work.
For nothing.
But it's in the contract.
I'm going to say some shit Danny Ocean may cut out because he's going to edit with the editors. Without us, there's no them. Everybody's always worried about the 1% and how billionaires and millionaires make their money, how they should keep their money. Fuck those niggas. Because without us spending money, they wouldn't be here.
Preach.
Nike, iPhone, Apple, Samsung, any of these niggas, Windows. If we don't spend the money, who gonna buy from them? Other millionaires? Let me tell you something about millionaires
That's
and
the real
millionaires.
cancel culture.
Yeah.
They don't like buying shit from each other unless they getting the payback of money that like says 5-10% that makes sense. They don't give money out like that. They stingy with their shit.
Yep.
Because otherwise, all them niggas would have paid their taxes and we all would have been out here reading books like with the finest of coverings. Yo, that's crazy. They used to have us make our own covering for books with construction paper. Or whatever that brown paper was.
The brown paper shit. Oh, bro, you get the marker, you try to make that shit all nice and shit. Hey, my shit is better than yours. It's a brown paper bag, nigga.
But let you come out with too many markers on the book. Guess who got to pay for the textbook? Really, my nigga? That ain't happening now. They lost all that shit. But anyway, I just want to talk about Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know what her agency is right now, but I'm interested. Because it seemed like what was his name? G-Eazy? G-Eazy had a shot, and then she ran up with some next nigga. And I'm just like, she out here playing the field.
She pimping.
NBA.
Big pimping.
Was it Young NBA she was messing with before?
No.
What was it? Who was it?
Moneybag Yo.
Moneybag Yo. There you go.
Yeah,
I mean,
Young NBA, I don't think you can handle that, bro.
You right?
He's too young. He 18.
He with Ari?
Nah.
No.
Who was he with?
Ari's with Moneybag Yo,
Moneybag
yeah.
Yo.
Okay, so then who was he with? NBA Young.
She's not popular. She's just somebody regular. She's no one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a stunt. I feel like she was kind of kept quiet and she was just like, yo, remember when you had me? I just want to let you know these niggas out here that want me. You know what I'm saying?
Megan Thee Stallion stunting on Moneybag?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Yo, listen.
I'm not faulting her for it.
Shorty said pimping in her vernacular, nigga. She from H-Town, bro.
That is also
they
true.
built different out there.
They are built different, though. Like,
They built different out there, son. And then, like, she about her shit. I give her that.
No.
One thing, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, she's an Aquarius female.
yeah.
They really, like, A1 personalities most of the time, like, or type A personalities, rather. They be getting their own shit done. They could give a fuck about how you feel about it and will cut you loose if you dragging them.
Yeah.
So,
No, you're right, because, if I remember correct. See, I like girls like Megan Thee Stallion, but then I'm kind of weary of them because of how they act. So, like, I remember she was talking about her ex. She went live. She talked about her ex. I don't know if you guys heard that.
Oh, yeah, when she went to prison. Why she
Yeah, why she had a mugshot. Hybrid, you heard this?
yeah, I heard about it.
Son, that made sense. Like, she was out here protecting this dude, and he gonna give her up like that? I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like she downplayed the beating she gave him. She must have really teared into the ass before they pulled him apart, and he felt away.
Oh, yeah.
For all those that don't know, when she went to Coachella, I believe her and her boo went to Coachella, let's just say, and he was going through with the next bitch. And she was like, why are you on your phone? You seem upset, blah, 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 blah. And he just showed her what happened. Turns out he had another kid and Shorty was going off. And then she just walked away. So then he was out behind her, like, trying to get her to stop and all this other stuff. And she was just like, nah, get off him. And then she said it herself, and I believe it. When anybody says, people who know me know I have a temper. That's me right here. No, I have a temper. So when you push that final button, I'm a snap. And then she started going off with him because she was hitting her. So she started like, boom, putting the hands on him. Ironically, the police pulled up. Right? And then the police was like, did he hit you? And she was like, yo, I'm thinking about, here. Like, I'm trying not to get him locked up. She's like, nah, I'm just acting like. He was like, nah, she hit me in my eye. Da, 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 da. He gave her up like that.
Damn.
That's fucked up. But I know she must have hands. Because
she a big chick though, nigga.
She is.
Let me tell you something, right? I've been dealing with big chicks my whole life. The most dangerous big chick of them all is the one who's had friends in the male variety and or brothers who are aggressive. Because one minute they cool.
She's taller than me, nigga. She's 5'10".
Oh, nah, son. I just deal with
My height.
this Canadian girl, son. Like my frat brother, she punched in the balls. Like for some reason, she couldn't get a thing on him. Like she just bow, just like straight up on the balls. I was like, yo, that's not needed. Me and her got into it. I think I told y'all that. 59th Columbus Circle, right over by the college, right up Manhattan.
That's
McDonald's. When you go to McDonald's, it's one way and everything is glass. So you go up the steps, glass door. We were just playing around. She got serious. She did some stuff. I held her. Like, I whipped her up against the fucking wall. The police were outside. They jumped out. The man was like, yo, you gonna make me ruin your weekend. I was like, nah, we were just playing. I walked away. But that's the kind of level of aggressiveness you have to deal with certain women.
Yeah, it is.
So if me and her were playing and it looked like I was out here trying to be domestically violent, imagine what she was doing to this man and making me like, my eye, I can't see it. On this
probably hit him with that Tyson Fury, man. Probably was just...
It Mayweather his shit all together.
Shorty said I'd rather be a B-I-T-C-H, nigga.
Word.
I mean, she cut different, bro. I don't see, like, a lot of girls like to replicate or try to act like they have that energy. You ain't built like that. She low-key a savage. There's only two chicks that I've seen with that type of energy. Her and Rihanna.
Oh. Yeah. Can you imagine if Rihanna had Megan Thee Stallion knees? I mean, what if she does? We just never seen it.
She had them. She just had to tuck them away.
You right.
For the billionaire.
You right.
This the same girl that came to the award show with a glittery what's the thing called?
Oh, the Swarovski jewels, whatever that shit is.
Crystals,
yeah. And then she only had like a thong on or some shit.
And she had a flask, like just drinking.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, on the award show. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Rihanna a thug.
She built different, man.
If I see Rihanna, I don't know if I'm gonna look at her face.
It was crazy because I was thinking today, like, why would Drake say that to her? Like, you've been with this woman and then you went on stage and then you tried to declare your love. She don't like that shit.
Nah.
She's not that woman, bro.
She ain't. You tried it.
You tried it. And she showed you. She said, okay. And then...
Like, you just blew her whole wad, nigga. Done.
We gonna get in trouble with this. Women are always talking about we trying to steal that shine. I mean, Drake, you fucked up, my nigga. I mean, it's bad.
That nigga almost had as much heartbreak as fucking Chris Brown, bro.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure half them songs about her. It's crazy. Controller. What else song he got? West End
But then it's not just her, it's oh my god, like whatever porn star, thirst trap on Instagram.
Listen, his baby mom's a porn star.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she is. Nigga said, damn, I only linked with you once. Or twice, he said? Once or twice?
No, one time is fine with me. Yo, real talk. Yo, I ain't gonna front though. If I was younger and I made it big, son, I'd be in trouble. I would need Ocean to be like, nah. Nah, don't do it, son. Nah. Because, Fuega? Fellas, Fuega? I need... Now, let's wrap this up. We gonna get in trouble. Let's do our moment.
Moment of joy.
Moment of joy. Now, I was thinking about that Fuega. Yeah. Moment of Fuega. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I could kick mine off with the moment of joy. All right. Realizing that my grind has hit a whole nother level, bro.
Preach. Let me hear it.
This 7-day-a-week hustler shit, just preparing to finally go live with Sage and be down there full time in a whole nother state, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Overdrive, my nigga. I've been knocking down bills left and right. And Sage know what time it is. We been talking about that the other day. Like, she was like, yo, I'm so proud of you. And I'm like, yeah. Got that ring on it now. I'm showing you I'm taking this lifestyle seriously with going toward being your husband.
Mm-hmm.
This grind hitting another level, bro. Every single day a nigga wake up with money on the mind now. Shit is different. It feel different now, too. I'm sure you can attest to that shit, too.
Yeah,
that bag feel different when you know that shit come from a whole nother level, bro.
Y'all are whole adults. That's what it is. Y'all are whole adults.
7 days a week, nigga. I be looking at niggas in my job. They like, yo, you coming in tomorrow? Yeah, bro. What the fuck? There's money to be made. What's wrong with you? Why you sitting in your bed? Mm-hmm. You're like, oh, nah, son. I can't do that shit. But I don't know what the fuck you talking about, nigga. My check look right. I'm trying to get to the point where I'm signing them bitches. So if you trying to be lazy now and you getting checks, imagine when you trying to cut them shit.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
You the
that's a different
worst.
perspective.
Yeah, son. That's how I'm looking at it now, niggas. If I'm running some shit, ain't no days off for the boss, bro.
Nope.
I got to make sure that bag come in every day so I can feed other niggas.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, that's my moment of joy, son. Realizing my grind hit a different level, nigga.
Shout out to you, man. You in a different place. Real talk.
It's a beautiful place to be, though. When that's just your day to day and that's all you have to concentrate on.
Yeah.
All day, bro.
Tunnel vision.
All day.
Facts.
Sounds like you working on your jump shot. I hear you.
You wasn't going to be shooting in the gym, nigga?
Juice.
Word. My moment of joy. So that's for this week or like just
Whatever, son. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it has been a minute. So I'm gonna say my 2 moments of joy is just getting my van thing off the ground. So it's called Isaac's Son Moving Services. So if you need me to move some shit, just hit me up.
Legally.
Legally. Yeah. I was just about to put that in.
Trapping in Manhattan.
No body services, no prostitution services. All right, I'm trying to go legit. All right, I'm trying to be legit.
There's a big category you missed. I'm not saying it.
Keep plastic bags with me just in case I gotta drop a nigga off.
I got commercial plates on my shit, so you already know. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Juice, why you roll out with all these paper bags? Don't worry, nigga. Get it.
Done, bro.
Word. Shout out to Johnny and Vi. Those are my partners. And yeah. So that's one of my moment of joys. And the second one is the Trisha joint.
Yeah.
But it's bittersweet because I know where it came from.
Right.
Meaning I did put it out last month. Like no, not last month. I put it out in this I want to say January.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the views went up after Pop Smoke died.
Yeah.
So, but it's cool because people are now learning who I am, and it's coming from Russia and Japan, UK, and it's just like they probably don't really even understand what I'm saying, but they like what it sounds like. So that's
you know you and Pop rock the same beat.
Yeah, exactly.
And both killed that shit.
Right. Exactly. So it's like people are saying, you know what, this isn't what I was looking for, but I like it.
Right.
So that's dope.
Yo, ride the wave, man. Like, I know a lot of artists are just trying to make it America big, USA big, but there's some untapped potential money out there.
Stadium status.
Facts. You're right. I might be a location, restaurant, loft here, but over there, they pay me in all types of yen. You know what I'm saying? Like, take it, bro. So shout out to you. It's been a long time coming.
It is, yeah.
Real talk. I'm about to release my own single.
Let's get it.
Trisha's X, you know what I'm saying?
You know where you got to record that at.
I know, 321 Studio.
321.
I'm going to do Danny Ocean because he told me to say this. It's Danny Ocean's moment of joy was Nia Dennis, who did the floor routine for UCLA's gymnast, Beyonce's homecoming dance. So, like, she did her routine to Beyonce. She killed that shit. First of all,
Black girl magic. That shit, bro.
Black girl magic. I mean, we've been seeing the usuals, and every now and again we get, like, the Hispanic ladies and whatnot, but then she came in, she's like, I'm new on the scene, look out for me. As far as I know, because it's my first time seeing her, she bodied that shit. Look it up. Yeah. Nia Dennis, Beyonce's homecoming routine, Crazy in Love. It's crazy. Like, I don't know, man. Like, why you don't... I feel like they're going to do what they did to Simone, where they're going to be like, you're too good at this.
Oh, nah.
You know, we're going to penalize you for being too good, and other gymnasts can't do the same moves you can't do. And not just her, but anybody else just as good. You know what I'm saying? Jeez. My moment of joy, honestly, is just realizing my whole situation is just like the perseverance. First of all, I got a good, strong community around me. You know what I'm saying? And then what I try to do, definitely check me out. Self-promotion right now. I'm definitely training people. So if you need advice, I'm also going to be getting certified to become a dietitian. Nice. So I'm going to tell you what to put in your mouth and what to keep out of your mouth. Put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. If I had to do a shortcut, it'd be like stay away from legalized sugar, a.k.a. the legalized drug, and bread. You know how many people like you asking for too much?
Yeah. That shit's a broke nigga staple.
I don't know what. Oh, I got a moment of joy. I thought I couldn't find it. My moment of joy actually came from watching The Invisible Woman, right? The Invisible Man. Sorry. First of all, that movie was dope. Go see it. It's like The Invisible Man is not invisible because of the formula, like Kevin Bacon, the Hollow Man. That's what it was called. Mm-hmm. It's because of technology. Obviously, explores domestic violence and the impact it can have, and just like to the extreme, obviously, because it's a horror. But it came afterwards, and I realized, like, I live in a generation where we can make movies that are impactful to people. And then I realized that I'm a content creator. You're a content creator. You're definitely a content creator, Juice. Yeah, sure. Oh, and it's just like we have so many voices that could be heard. And it don't matter if everybody hears us. It's just that it's going to get heard eventually. It's out there. Somebody said it. We're saying it again. Oh, my God. Didn't they have a walk for Selma recently? You know what I'm saying? That's another message. I got to look into that. I don't want to go into that real quick. We skipping all that political shit. Danny O'Shea ain't with us right now. Right. We'll go into that another time, even though we kind of did.
Next week.
And then just, it's like, here it is. I'm on the last stop on the L. And this is something we've been building. Yeah. That's my moment of joy. Until next time, folks, you can find me at Q Mayhem Mike on Twitter. Talk the shit with me. I'm back on Twitter. You can find us at Last Stop on L on Instagram. Obviously, we're about to change our description to 321 Studios exclusive. Right. You know what I'm saying? Put Treasure on. Juice, where we can find you at?
Oh, yeah. Instagram, Facebook, all of that. Just put Juice Cannon and I'll pop up. I'm anywhere and everywhere.
Hybrid, you got any self-promotion you want to put out?
Hell no. I'm engaged. I'm staying that way. Goddamn. Don't look for me. I'll find you, name.
The bank has spoken. Till next time, folks.
Till next time, we out.
Out.